It's time for the shop report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. Of course, we want to remind you the Shop Report is brought to you by Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. You can look them up on Facebook at RDM Detroit, 1D, 2E's Detroit, or you can slide on over to the website rocketdigital.net. That's ROCKIT digital.net. And make sure when you're there, while you're there, you tell them the BSJ sent you. And for my folk out there in TV land, if you want to leave your questions or comments during today's program, by all means, please do so. And we will throw it up on the screen. Y'all know what's coming next. If you're one of them folks who wants to leave a question or comment that's indignant or ignorant in nature, it won't be seen on this screen. Matter of fact, here's what you'll get.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All righty. Yeah. And at the end of the day, with that being said, Brother Rich is on assignment. And we should have TJ joining us a little bit later on in the program from the locker room, bringing us the latest news from the locker room and joining in, obviously, on the discussion and the shenanigans. And we may have a few more people. I'm not sure how many will show up. But one of the other few that may show up is D. Gully from the CLM bus. He may be joining us shortly rather than sooner. Does that make sense? Absolutely not. Again, like I said, with that being said, joining me on the program today is my man from up north, Joey James, aka Double J. Tell the people what you say.
I got my first opportunity to see Poison Ivy in a Pistons uniform yesterday, and in the new seats, of course. And that was, had a highlight play, very reminiscent of that Wade to LeBron dunk and pass with the shenanigans that they did. I enjoyed it again, but unfortunately, I think some of that early, I see Marvin Bagley. I don't know. Look, I heard, okay, that we're both in the wrong.
That's what we're doing now. Hearsay. Okay.
That the folks that are cleaning the floors, okay, at the basketball game, make $110,000.
What?
Okay.
Sign me up for that. What are you talking about?
Right. No. I told you I was going to say that we're both we're doing the wrong thing here.
Absolutely. Shout out to Snowman for weighing in. Man, Snowman, I'm glad you...
Snowman, would you clean the floors? It's $110,000. And the reason why I'm pointing this out, first possession down the floor, Marvin Bagley slips out 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh, my.
Meniscus strain.
Well, whoever that guy is, he's not earning his keep, I'll tell you that.
Thank you. So there may be a vacancy. So keep an eye out on your LinkedIn's and such like that. There you go.
Well, I tell you what, I'm out of here. Sorry, you can finish doing the show by your lonesome. Yeah, shout out to Snowman for weighing in. Yeah, Snowman, I seen the thing you sent me. I just haven't been on social media here lately. A little bit of my backstory and whatnot. I got a lot of stuff going on, man. Oh, wow. He's saying physically I can't because of my surgery. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, shout out to Snowman again. I pray everything went well. But obviously, he's giving us a shout out. Here he goes again, and I'll make my billions with my microphone. I know that's right.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. But it don't hurt nonetheless to sweep the floors at an NBA game for $110,000. I'm trying to tell you. And with that being said, let us please start the show. First step, we're going to go around Major League Baseball right quick. Actually, we're not going to go around. I'm just going to make a comment here right quick. Even when they don't cheat, the Astros are still tough to beat. My gosh, I got a feeling they're going Brother Rich, I know you're listening. Hold on. Let's see here. We got one more from Snowman. He said, I got declared disabled for getting no disability benefits. What?
Well, hopefully, at least you get the preferred parking, as I call it.
No, he did. Who cares about preferred parking? I want the benefits.
That's step one.
No, man, that's absolutely asinine. Excuse me if that's close to profanity. I know we try not to do that here on the platform or the program.
He should,
but that's the only thing to come. That's the first thing that comes to mind. That's how do you get? Hold on, let me throw that up here again because I can't believe I just read that. Let me read to make sure. Let me check my glasses.
That's like being declared blind and not being like given like something to assist you. I just don't understand that. I don't know. I'm struggling with this.
He got declared. Yeah, exactly. Got declared disabled, but getting no disability benefits. That's. I mean, again,
you can't have one without.
Right. Exactly.
I got nothing. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. He said, link him, Double J. You know how to do that? Yeah, link him. But right quick, back to the Astros. Oh wow, okay. Well, you just disappeared on me. But anyway, shout out to the viewers that's out there. We appreciate y'all for weighing in or tuning in. The Astros, they don't have to cheat you to beat you, apparently. My goodness, what they did to the Mariners. I mean, come on, man. I mean, oh, come on now. Listen, you heard it here first. Okay. And I'm surprised at what the Phillies did to the Braves, too, by the way. I mean, I thought the Braves was kind of lightweight to lock. I saw the Braves and the Dodgers in the NLCS, possibly. You know what I mean? I mean, I know series are just now getting started or whatnot. And of course, the Guardians, obviously, they lost game 1 to the dreaded. I cannot stand. I respect them.
Oh, I should have known.
I cannot stand the Yankees. I just cannot stand them. Outside of my cat, brother Rich, obviously from New York and everything. And
told you though.
Yeah, I got a respect for the New Yorkers or whatnot. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just, oh my gosh, I'm just sick and tired of the Yankarians. That's what I'm.
Why?
Yeah,
why?
Man. Because, man.
Hey, Jeter is a senior citizen at this point. He's still living in your mind rent-free after all these days. Kalamazoo Central.
Wow. Really? You better be glad my fingers slipped because I was going straight to the buttons. Oh, and by the way, Draymond.
Oh boy.
What that was.
Sag
was
nasty.
Wrong. Yeah, he was dead wrong for that. But here's the thing, though.
Was he though? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Two totally different philosophies here.
Okay,
for those in the audience,
philosophize all you want to, but he was dead wrong for that.
Why?
And whoever showed the video and leaked the video was dead wrong for that too. Even in this day and age of social media and whatever you want to call it.
Now,
it was dead wrong. Yeah, man.
Megan's not going to like this, but
if
you want to know the difference between the University of Michigan and Michigan State.
What? Oh boy, here we go.
What's the difference? Jordan Poole, of course, a Michigan product.
Oh, okay. I see where you were going with
Draymond, a Michigan State product, and we see.
Shout out to Miss Alva.
Yeah.
What's the? I don't know. What's the difference?
You see how they handle things, okay? That's all. That's all very. Again.
All right. Shout out to Snowman in the morning.
There he is.
Now batting for the Yankees, the shortstop, number 2, Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah.
I gotta pay homage to Bob Shepard.
Miss Alva weighing in again. Yeah, I'm with you, Miss Alva. Yeah. Put him on couch detail and no Lucia. What was I saying there? Yeah, no Lucia. He has a habit of sipping on the sauce.
You get to know Lucia, and your mind just goes blank.
Yeah, exactly. But he always comes up here with some kind of bottle. Supposedly, it's got water in it.
I'm just so glad to be talking to you two.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I appreciate it.
Not have to eviscerate anybody this evening because I'm tired. My brain hurts.
Yeah, who you telling?
And besides, it was Wednesday on the show, so I eviscerated all the bronze sexuals I could get a hold of.
Oh, hey, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
So here's what happened. If you'll put my comment back up again.
Okay.
I want the folks to listen carefully. I got declared disabled officially. Here's why I'm not getting any benefits, and it goes like this. According to how my wife explained it to me, I hadn't paid enough taxes into it over time. And that's the only explanation.
Hey, hang on. Okay.
I wish I was kidding.
How? See, these are things that are unwritten rules in this world, right?
And that's one of them. And that's one of them. Seriously.
And I hate that I had to learn that through your experience personally. But I think for anyone that has been in a self-employed entrepreneur type of, especially, and that's why I'm pointing this out, because with the past 2 years, it's a lot of people have had a change of heart with their careers and things like of that nature. So these are some of the things that are forgotten or just simply untold. So did they tell you were this close? You know, it almost feels like that, you know, you were, other than just you simply.
In answer to your question, never gave me a figure.
Wow.
Shout out to my man D-Runk. D-Runk, what it do, baby? Wait, but it's people who've been disabled since birth and get a check. So how that work? Yeah, man.
Wow. Okay, that's a very valid point.
Man,
that's a very true point.
Hold on, let me say
that's across the country.
Let me say this about D-Runk, man. I don't know where he come up with the stuff that he come up with, man. But he can, man. Listen, if you want this seat, man, you can have it. I'm just saying, man. What do I need to be? What do I need to moderate or be the main host for?
Because you're one of the best in the business.
I appreciate you saying that. But this guy right here, man, he be making me. I got homework to do. Stop. Would you stop, please? I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired of doing homework. But good stuff, though, man. You be coming.
I'm tired of doing homework too. But as a play-by-play announcer, it's my job.
Oh, of course.
I gotta make sure I put in I gotta make sure I put in all my research. But yeah, that's how.
But here's what I don't know. Here's what bothers me. This whole concept and ideology of what America is, the red, white, and blue, honor the flag, integrity, honesty, morality, all of these things that this part of the slogan
that they preach.
But if you peel back the curtain, this is why I say in life there's an manifest function. It's a sociological term too, and a latent. I'm always peeling back the curtain. You can't preach this, but then do that. How? The veterans and the elderly, and not saying you're elderly, I'm saying I am, but when I say elderly, I encompass or the disabled, all of those who fall under that category. It's homeless. It's no way in the world you could sell me on how great this country is, but I have to see that or have to hear what you just said. It's impossible.
Or
it's so despicable.
Or you have to be friends with a person who went through it. And I've been homeless on several occasions.
D-Runk say, I'm just in the shop waiting on my cut. Salute those fellas. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Salute to you, D-Runk.
Shout out for sure. He be coming with the hardcore. Tell the fellas in the shop we said what it do, baby. Yeah, man, that's just, so that's why when people get to talking how patriotic, that's so anti or unpatriotic. That's about as.
I'm glad this is not Snowman Unfiltered, which I plan to do in about an hour and a half from now. Because
let him have it. Let him have it.
Yeah, I would say if I didn't have to go to work in the morning, I'm telling you, I would stay up for it. I'm telling you.
There's a twofold purpose. While I'm giving out plugs, there's a twofold purpose for Snowman Unfiltered tonight. One, I'm going in on this subject and a few others and the rights of men that have been skipped in this country.
Yeah, absolutely.
And two, it's a charity fundraiser because I got to bring bring something in, you know, physically not being able to work. I mean, to the point where yesterday when I was at my part-time job, I got the results back from my MRI and I freaked out because I read small bowel cancer. And I didn't know what to do. So my manager just walked me out to my truck and she's like, go handle that and come back when you're ready.
D-Runk said he's talking about this shop. Oh, my bad. My bad, D-Runk. You know what I'm saying? Listen, America has a bunch of flaws. It was built for a good time, not a long time. Man, oh man, oh man. Shout out to that, man. Yes, absolutely.
Sounds like words of wisdom from my late father. because he told me the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think in about an hour, I'm gonna go live with Snowman Unfiltered, and like I said, this is one of the things I'm going to be talking about. And the lack of men's rights is the reason I created Snowman Unfiltered, because how many men have you seen, gentlemen, in dire straits, either with or without a family, and they get passed over?
Yeah, listen.
They get shown
to the choir, man.
They get shown to a shelter, but once you get inside the shelter, all you know what breaks loose.
Yeah.
If that, because you're already being scrutinized for not providing said shelter.
Exactly.
Everything else. It is a very.
Miss Alva said prayers for you, Snowman. Shout out to Miss Alva for that.
I need a favor. Would it be okay if I were to put my Cash App in the back chat?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Because I wanted to ask before, and I didn't. But and the reason I didn't is because this is your platform, and I don't want to pick up any time on it. And I know we're here to have a good time,
right?
And talk sports, but this has been on my chest for a while.
No,
I haven't done a Snowman Unfiltered in a while.
Understandably so.
It's now up in the back chat, and I haven't done a Snowman Unfiltered in a while. And sometimes doing the show and doing the games is part of my healing from kicking cancer in the rear end.
Yeah.
You know, one of my biggest supporters, as y'all know, my beautiful wife.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, she's behind me 100%. And she looked me in the eye. She says, "I know you'll get this done." And she was talking about my show and my games and everything. And I'm not supposed to, according to society, I'm not supposed to dream as big as I am. Well, watch this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, society don't dictate nothing.
Society doesn't dictate to me.
I teach my children. Society got us thinking that if we ain't doing what everybody else is doing, then something is wrong with us. Tell my children, no, don't be that one that gravitates toward the crowd. Be the one that the crowd gravitates towards.
That's what I tell my children.
You know what I'm saying? D-Runk said, any man who falls down on his luck is looked down upon. It's the opposite of how society treats women.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, shout out to that too.
No, a shout out to me.
No, not shout out to you. Oh, we got my man, the voice of a generation. I don't know which generation. You sound like Prince right now. Knuckles McForehead, aka the world's number one antagonist. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
TJ McFluffins, whatever they call you nowadays.
What up, though?
No man, what it do?
Hey, what's going on, my man?
How are you? On here with the Adam Schefter, the fake reporter. Hey man, where you get that information from, man?
Man,
I told him. I went and looked. I got nothing but Cleveland Browns for life. I think that might be his burner account.
You got. Hey, listen, man. You got people coming to me asking me where I'm getting that information from. I need to reveal you as a source, so I can't do that. I ain't trying to have your life in jeopardy, man. You know.
Man, I'm not worried about nobody.
Go
there.
ahead. Since we're live, tell the world. Tell the world.
Yeah,
you can be the first to say it.
Joe Woods is out as D coordinator.
Man, beat it.
Go look it up.
At 9:19.
Joe Woods is out as defensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns. Hey, and listen, and I'm not the only one. It's a lot of folks here in town, man. They do not like that elf in the middle of the field. It don't represent ferocity. How you gonna be the dog pound with an elf with shoes curl up in the front? Go ahead on, man. Anybody
Who
got
came
time
up
for that?
with the idea of Brownie the elf?
It was in the 60s.
Listen,
I don't care if it's in the 60s or not. It was
when the team was winners, and
there are two logos of the Cleveland Browns that I recognize. One's a helmet, and the other's the dog.
Hello.
At old Cleveland Stadium, especially in the 80s, they were known as the Dog Pound.
Exactly.
I can deal with that. But
D-Runk, hold that thought. D-Runk got another comment in regards to your situation. One more question for Snow. Did you get a disability lawyer?
I'm working on it.
Or did you just apply with no lawyer?
I did the form. I did the latter, applied with no lawyer because at the time I applied, I was 2 weeks out from surgery. So
okay.
I had to act fast.
Well, I'll say this: as somebody just in a different set of circumstances, I applied for a trademark without, in a similar way without the lawyer.
You can't trademark Lucia. It doesn't belong to you. Stop stealing.
Stop telling the world. All right.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I gotta
stop stealing. Like TJ speaking for the who you speaking for today.
The voice of a new generation, man.
The voice.
You see what it say? If you can't read, just your class.
It sounds like something from the '90s of Pepsi.
Yeah, no, that sounds like something.
When Michael got his hair caught on fire,
That sounds like something in the middle of that field that the Browns got on there. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like a bunch of poo poo.
Yeah, like you're reporting terrible too, man.
Okay, go. All you gotta do is search.
Do you do any reporting, TJ?
No, I'm not a reporter.
That's what I thought.
He's
your mouth. Stay out of grown.
He's an antagonist.
All right, here
hold on.
D-Runk is weighing. Here come Frosty the Snowman.
D-Runk weighing in again.
That's Mr. Snowman to you. Show some respect.
Disability lawyer. Can I read the comment, please? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Disability lawyer will get you that. They're gonna take like 30%, but the lawyer will get it for you. Without lawyer, you're applying into a black hole. Man, I couldn't agree more. Man, this dude right here. Hey, D-Runk he gonna be hosting the show from here on out. I mean, what y'all need me for?
The voice of brown sexuals, man.
Doc. Y'all know I really don't like that term, but I get it why people say that. But that's a little bit too. And I'm not a fan of the guy. I'm not a fan of the guy, but I mean, that's a little bit too much TMI, as they might say for me. But yeah, Doc weighing in. Doc, where have you been, man? I know they ain't got you on 34-hour shifts again. Come on, man.
What does he do?
I don't know. Whatever it is, his intro then got dust on it.
He dig up snowman for a living.
My gosh. Yeah. So again, for all the folks out there that's tuning in.
Let me get over here, bro.
Then tuned in. Yeah, Doc saying again, he working on it. Yeah, I see. I'm a die setter. Oh wow. Okay.
That explains it.
Yeah. Okay.
That explains a lot right there.
This your charger? Yeah, take it with
you. Yeah.
Only one person knows.
He's funny, man. I wasn't gonna put you on TV.
They need that. Hence why he's got to be there all hours of the day and the night.
Calling my homeless neighbor.
The engine that makes the company run more than the CEO.
Yeah, but he take a 7.5-hour break though. I don't get it. How anyway? My bad. Sorry about that, Doc. I didn't mean to be dry snitching. For all the
because of my body, I sometimes have to take a 2-3 hour break myself.
Well,
because when I get off the air, my body just crashes, and that's with games and with. So
you melt when you get off the air?
No.
Yeah, no.
I just crash.
He got a situation going on, man. He qualified as disabled, but can't get no disability. Got cancer in his body.
What? Hold on. What happened?
Yeah. You heard me.
Last year. TJ, here's the whole story. Last year, I had to deal with blood clots in both my lungs. That was last June. Last July, I got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And
that's crazy. My uncle just got diagnosed with that.
But in April of this year, thanks to some great folks at Indiana University, I had the tumor removed surgically.
Shout out to IU Health. I will give them credit for that.
Yep.
Dr. Attila, the way that it happened, I was taking oral chemo, and my brain was chemoed out, as it was explained to me by my wife and my daughter. And I couldn't make sound decisions, period. My brain was just screwed. My wife looked at me, and we were living in North Carolina at the time. My wife looked at me and said, "You know what? We're going to go back to Indiana, and we're going to figure this out." Because Duke University basically told us that the tumor was inoperable. That was last November. And my wife said, not having this. And I was still mentally impaired because of the chemo.
Did you look up that thing? I sent you the thing, and it worked, man, for this guy.
Hey, I'm going to ask you this again.
Chris
I know. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead,
did you look up the thing I sent you? Chris beats cancer.
Yes. That was part of the emotional lift that got me through.
Well, okay.
So
good. I'm glad I was able to help in some shape,
Brian, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I don't wish that on nobody.
I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm kicking, and I'm getting well. Okay.
Absolutely.
Because
hey, give him a round of applause for that, man.
I know.
I'm waiting to. You know what, man? Listen, Knuckles McForehead, you on your last one.
On top of that,
I know how tough that could be on the family, man. My sister, I lost a sister from cancer.
Yeah,
she was 8 years old.
I lost both my parents.
Yeah,
recently my mom going in September. So all of that, it was an emotional roller coaster to say the least. And when we got back here to Indiana last year, we got hooked up with almost immediately. Wife found work. I kept doing the show. And we met Dr. Raghunath, who is now my oncologist. And he said, let me make a phone call, because we were doing blood tests all the way up until March. Yeah.
D-Runk saying, also, you got to apply multiple times. Nobody gets it the first time applying. Attorney won't take it if you haven't applied before. I had a family member I had to help with this. But listen, but do you this is
but what a lot of people don't, and I
this makes no sense to me.
I'm gonna heed D-Runk's words, but I will add this. Mentally and physically, I'm tired.
Right.
Yeah, obviously.
Mentally, physically, and emotionally, I am exhausted.
I feel like they prey on that part of it. They want you to not battle them back.
There's no money in the cure.
It's
hello.
You got that right.
Like I said, emotionally,
how many doctors lose jobs once
emotionally
they solve this issue with
and emotionally and physically, I'm just tired.
Yeah, but who can blame you though? All of what you've been through.
Beat up,
but you're still here though.
I'm still
like
here.
Said,
I'm not going anywhere.
And your mindset is the mindset. That's the key.
I promised my family more than anybody else I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my daughters said, you need to be around so you can walk me down the aisle whenever that day comes. I said, that's nothing but a word to me.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's nothing but a word. I want to see my children have families. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no question.
I want to see all of that. And even given the fact that I am mentally and physically exhausted, I'm gonna fight until the Lord takes my last breath. And he ain't done with me yet.
Ain't no time soon. Yeah.
I just turned 50. I'm feeling great. I'm down to 235 pounds. I'm beginning to move a lot better. But trust me, D-Runk, I'm heeding all of your words. But a lot of folks have to keep in mind, physically and emotionally, I'm beat.
Yeah.
I just want to concentrate on my sports and my sports casting and have that and whatever part-time jobs I get.
Yeah.
Build up what we need to build up so we can be on the move. I'm just tired. I am physically and emotionally tired. Yeah, that's why I do my Snowman Unfiltered when I have the energy. And I've really had to pay attention to my energy. I've seen Barbershop Jay on quite a few times. I couldn't come on because I've been asleep.
Well, I mean, it's not me. It's not a big deal, man. Each day.
And if anybody who's gone through cancer or has had a family member gone through cancer, the sleep schedule is one of the first things to be flipped upside down.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's to be expected, though. I mean, your body is going through like for lack of a better word or term, it's like a hurricane and a tornado all at the same time.
All at the same
you know
time.
What I'm saying? So
all at the same time.
Let me mention
every
your
weather
Cash
storm
App
you
here.
can think of. Every weather storm you can think of.
All the elements.
Yes.
For the
It's
folks
in the it's in the ticker.
watching and listening. Oh, it's in the ticker. Is it?
It is in the ticker. I see
okay. It. Okay. Good. Dag. I got on glasses, man.
Look,
boy.
Jay,
don't
worry
say
about
nothing, TJ. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't
listen,
do it. I know you was getting ready to say something.
I have no, this is a serious matter, man. I don't even play like that, bro. Like I said,
I thought you was gonna say something about me. D-Runk said again, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This hit me because I know what the upbeat snowman look like. Yeah, for sure. No question. No question.
Hey, trust me.
I feel you, Snow. Yeah.
Trust me.
No question.
I appreciate the kind words. I do.
No question.
Tonight just gave me an opportunity to let folks what's going on with me and why I put so much energy into what I do and put so much energy into my family, because I plan to be around for a very, very long time.
Doc. Seriously, you on your 34th break, but you over here, you ragging on me.
Grandpa Jay forgot 34th break.
Yeah, Grandpa Jay forgot to bring his reading glasses. You gonna get? I see right now. This you and TJ for real. You and TJ.
My buddy.
TJ, do your dance. Why you not dancing?
Because that wasn't no buddy joke. He said that on his own.
But you and him always trying to crack. Okay, I see what we're gonna have to do here. But again, at the end of the day, man, we appreciate you, Snowman, for sharing your story with us, man.
Y'all.
We pray that all goes well for you, for sure.
Definitely, man.
I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and step out of the way. I'm gonna finish my prep for Friday, and if I get a chance to jump on later, then I will. But I appreciate you guys so very much. I really do.
It's all good, man.
Likewise, man.
Say hello
Absolutely.
to the family.
Yeah, likewise.
Thank you.
Appreciate
you guys. I love
Shout
you.
out to Snowman in the morning. Him and Cole Johnson doing their 1-2.
Yep. Love, man.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I hear stuff like that, man, and it just draws my ire, man. It irks me to no end, man. To think we're in a country where, how do you qualify for disability? But qualify as disabled, but you can't get no benefits. Make it make sense. So when all the patriots and the patriotic folks walk up to me, you don't love this country, man, take that down the street, man. Take that down the street to your festivals and whatever else you're doing, your celebratories, and get on out my face with that, man. Cause
like how you supposed to respond when okay, it's people out here with cancer, all these other diabetes and all this other stuff, and they can't get disability checks. They can't just focus on healing instead of they got to go find a job. They got to worry about places to live. They got to worry about their kids. They can't focus on healing because of the way the system is set up. And that's unfortunate when you got other countries who have free healthcare, free this, free that.
And and they act like they can't do it here.
Most wealthiest country in the world. I'm like, man, come on, bro.
Thank you.
Everyone acts like they want to have control of the 2 cents that they put into this big pot of money. And yet every defense budget that goes through that has so much red tape that we can't see through it and to where any of it goes. But again, it's the things that you know directly benefit your neighbor. The thing is, we're fighting amongst each other when it really doesn't come down to us.
But that's by design.
That's what I'm saying. The system is not broken. It was built this way.
There's a reason that Bill Gates said his greatest investment was in vaccines. There's a reason that he's bought 200,000 acres of farmland. Come on, man. This stuff is not you from a business standpoint. I told you, I always look at it as I'm always having to win. So it means you have to make decisions amorally. And the fact of the matter is, if you look at the current state of the country as a whole, and you can see that those same decisions took place by people thinking the exact same way that I did. And everyone, unfortunately, myself included, is collateral damage.
Now look what D-Runk said.
D-Runk said, "Don't worry, we got to send another $1 billion to Ukraine."
I was just about
That's
to say
right.
that they send.
Let me chill. Yeah,
$2 trillion to a war we ain't got nothing to do with.
We ain't got nothing to do with.
But it make you believe that we have something to do. We got some incentives.
No, there's a lot of interest in as to why. When you look at how China and Russia both back their currency in not just gold but also rare earth minerals, right? That goes against our central banking system, something that should have been thrown out a very long time ago.
It shouldn't have never been implemented.
But
Doc is
that's enough to make me
this
disappear.
This stuff is set up for those who have the money to access it. They don't care about those who can't. Absolutely. Oh, water sign 10. Who is that? That's
Big Dev.
Big Dev. Yeah, shout out to Big Dev. Military interest. Yep.
What up?
Yeah, and then Snowman weighing in again. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I'm sitting here crying because I appreciate the support, man. Come on, man.
All right, of course.
Hey, man, you ain't got to be crying. Hold your head up high, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, what's already understood need not even be explained, bro.
Barbershop said, man, your mindset, keep your mental together, keep your family in mind, make sure your diet together. I believe you're gonna make it, man. Same thing I told my uncle, man.
Yeah, but you know what? Again, Snowman, you gotta. I know that Chris Beats Cancer thing I sent you. I know it's kind of lengthy, but you got to go through all of it, man, because I believe it will work, man. You know, a lot of this stuff, and I'm not saying him in particular.
Alkaline.
That and
with the alkaline diet.
Yeah, we got it. Diet is the key.
Diet is the number one.
Diet is the key. You know,
source to all diseases too, like our diet.
Mucus.
Yeah, no
comes
question.
down to mucus.
D said, what up, TJ? Yep, for sure. Before I show your comment, D-Runk, let me say this, TJ, you mentioned something. You mentioned diabetes. Here's the killer part. This is why I'm not sold on what's being told. If you turn on the television, which I don't watch a lot of TV here lately anyway, I guarantee you're going to see in the first 4 seconds of whatever program you watch, you're going to see some sort of commercial about health. You know, what you should do for your health, weight loss, BMI index. I don't know, pick something. Well, if this is the mantra, and if you are really could, this is what if you really gave a darn, then why is it when we walk in our local grocery store, the things that are no good for us are always front and center?
Well, and look at
the things that are best for
prices.
us. The things that they call it organic now, those used to be a standard.
Well, they are in certain countries, and that's the interesting part. Is that
exactly.
Look, I'm not praising any one single government, but if you look at this stuff, this is why I try to explain that you have to look at it from a business perspective and a mindset that is thinking amorally. That you are you unfortunately live in those same communities that are tarnished by the decisions that you've made. And at that point, yes, as a human being, you are going to feel a type of way about it. But in terms of what your role and your job is,
we'll get to your comments in a few here.
That's what led you down this route. And so the fact of the matter is, if I know I can put 0.2 milligrams of fluoride, which is what's used on death row,
dead people,
into your water. In addition to that, I know that every pipe that funnels that water contains lead.
And the pipe system is over like 200 years old.
Let me read some of these comments. Yeah, no, it's older than that. And I was just getting ready to say that too, TJ. D-Runk said, "Hey, Snowman, you're a real one."
Stop drinking water, bro, out of the faucets at my house, everywhere. Like that.
But then let me tell you this: all those plastic water bottles have sat in the sun, which then breeds cancer right into that water bottle.
D-Runk said, "Hey, let me read some of these comments here. Hey, Snowman, you're a real one, bro, for even sharing. For sure. Don't forget what I said about the attorney. You did the hard part already. Lawyer do the rest. All you got to do is show up to a hearing." Yeah, but that that is sad that he got to even go through all of that. Doc said they're creating future patients. Absolutely, I'm in agreement with that. They don't make money off the healthy people. Yeah, we said that too. D weighing in. It's a capitalistic society. Making money is the bottom line, not taking care of each other. Absolutely. D-Runk weighing in again. Everything in this country kills us. The water, the food, the toothpaste, even the air shaky. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And D
there's aluminum in the air. That's why you can light your snow on fire.
And exploit. Thank you very much, man. This is why I'm telling you, this is why I keep coming back doing this. Because I mean, you can't, everybody.
Now look at everybody.
Yeah, but look at that. Think about it, right?
Everybody on point with the comment.
The air you breathe is tainted. The water you drink is tainted.
Well, why you think the folks who doing what they're doing, who running this thing, why you think they building bunkers? They think they're gonna get away from all of this.
Hang on, I'll point to this. I looked at a doomsday map from the 1970s, and there were a couple states that were kind of not impacted. And then I looked at land purchases I follow billionaires. That's if you want to be one.
Bill Gates bought half the country.
And he bought farmland specifically. Additionally, but there were a couple others that have purchased hundreds of thousands of acres. But when your three largest billionaires, Bezos, then Zuckerberg, one wants to go up, the other one wants to go down. None of them, and then one wants you to put on blinders. Exactly. None of them. But that tells you everything you need to know.
See no evil, speak no evil type of deal. Yeah, everything you want to know. They ain't never lied about that. D-Runk said Bill Gates owns the most farmland in America. Absolutely. But here's the killer part. I used to love grapes. Man, you go to the store now, you seedless grapes.
Seedless fruit, period.
That's what I'm trying to say, man. Y'all playing. What you listen, folks don't
playing with nature, man.
Yeah, folks don't
grow
understand
your
that.
own stuff at this point.
I'm convinced. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a couple things. Two things. First of all, I'm convinced these hurricanes are by design. They know how to control weather. So that's one thing.
Whoa. We've been able to do that for a very long time.
Oh no,
yeah.
But that's look. There's three different types. I'm just saying that for the
people who may not even know this. Like, okay, we in agreement. That's why we got the podcast coming up, right? So
I'm with you.
We need to get that back going. And two, we talk about farmland. Damn, what was the other thing I wanted to mention? Oh, so yeah, I watched the video earlier, and it made so much sense because in the video they was this guy was talking about how they all the bison, right? They killed off all the bison, right? And they trapped the Indians, right? Mm-hmm. They basically had them on them reservations and killed them off, like genocide with them. So I feel like they still doing, and he was explaining that they still doing the same thing with our food today. So they doing stuff to manipulate us, to kill us off slowly but surely. That's from the food portion, they doing that. That's why it's cancer.
Depopulation and whatever it is they call
right,
it.
Because here's the reality. What if I told, okay, so let's look at this from a billionaire's vantage point, right? If I'm a part of the World Economic Council, which I've sent you guys, I was about to join it, and I was going to pay high enough to be in the room, which I'm still considering. Let me sell a couple Pistons games. Upon doing so, if you're looking at the world and you're saying, okay, the doomsday clock says we have 1.5 seconds away from this thing ending, and we know the ice caps are melting, whether we want to acknowledge it or not.
I'll get to your comment in a second, D-Runk.
There's routines or not. The fact of the matter is the lifespan of a human being has never been greater than where it is presently. We're also breeding at a rate that is a lot higher than it's ever been. So we're overpopulated.
I want to believe at the rate that we're growing. I just don't believe it no more, man.
So, and we're getting from a technological standpoint, right? Even in advertising right now, a lot of things are starting to get more and more machine-based learning overall.
Yeah.
I just, in Southfield, there's a pizza machine, and that makes it in 3 minutes. No person there. It looks like an ATM. In Vegas, no bartender. They serve your Lucia right there. My point is, we're running out of what we consider that lower tier of jobs, right? Rockefeller himself said, I don't want thinkers, I want workers. Okay, well, now if a whole class of workers is no longer needed, what are they going to do with their time? And then how can we cap this, right? You have to think amorally. I can't just ask willing people who wants to die. But if I can control it, to a median age of not 77, but if I can cut that down by 10 years, now let's look at what those figures look like. Have I been able to create a little bit of a slope? You have to look at it.
I'm going to recommend 2 movies you all should see. One is an animated film, but it told a true story. You got to look past the fact that it's animation. And the other, one of my former WWF at the time stars, Roddy Piper, was in. I think I might have mentioned this before when we did. We got to go back to the real talk. I got to do some more real talk. I don't know what's going on with me lately, but anyway, They Live. You all should check that out. And Wall-E. Do you ever see the Disney Pixar movie Wall-E?
There's some hidden things in there, some Easter eggs, if you will.
Exactly. You all have got to check that out, man. And really, you got to really take it in. Okay. I know it's animation, but you got to look. Remember, I just said earlier about manifest, function, latent. You know what I mean? Look deeper.
There's a reason your music frequency has changed.
Exactly. Let me get some of these comments.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me get to some of these comments here. D-Runk said, I live in St. Louis City, bro. It flooded so bad that a dude down the block drowned. What? I never seen it rain so much in that 2-day span. My gosh. Then Doc said it's all about population control. Absolutely. And then D-Runk said again, they got to be playing with the weather. Yeah,
but now remember here, eugenics was a thing in the United States. The last law was finally abolished in 2014. Eugenics was something by Roosevelt. He had 5 skulls of 5 different races within this country. Again, this is within the United States, which is why Hitler pretty much laughed in their face when they said to stop doing what he was doing when they were doing what they were doing.
Right.
If you're unfamiliar with the Battle of Bamber Bridge, again, there was somewhat of a civil war amongst U.S. soldiers because there were equal rights that were taking place because of the UK allowing people of color to sit at the table, lack of a better term. So the point is, with eugenics, it was showing the skulls of us almost in a manner of priority, of superiority, rather. And again, there's differences on the top of the skull with some of the, essentially what I'll call them kind of like, think of almost like lines, if you will, like from like an earthquake, that type of thing. You know, just to kind of paint the picture. And he was using this as his premise. And this is actually what Hitler would then use for his thesis of the Aryan race. He took what eugenics included, and then he loved it so much that he incorporated it and adopted it and molded it into his own.
Wow.
So basically what this was people that, like Roosevelt said, if you are a thief, if you are a particular color, then you are less than. And so what they wanted to do was castrate all of those people, and they did. It didn't, at that point, if you were in a prison system, they would make sure that you could not reproduce. That was their way of ultimately attempting to get rid of all the world's problems that they viewed. So again, the last of those laws, I don't know which state it was officially removed only 8 years ago. So now again, a lot of the fear at that point in time was you don't know your neighbors anymore in this country, because everyone, it wasn't just white people, so to speak. It was, you've seen Operation Wetback, literally, where they deported millions of Mexican Americans that were, many of which were American citizens. They did not care. They just uprooted them and threw them all back to Mexico.
Let me not mention the Tuskegee experiment.
That's right. And again, they promised them free health care.
Oh, obviously. Yeah. And they inflicted, and they shot them up with syphilis. Shout out to D-Runk, and then he said, I always rock with y'all, but I didn't know y'all knew about this stuff. When I ain't on sports, that's what I'm on.
The Detroit Land podcast coming soon, man, to a city near you, man.
Oh, man, you've been saying that since you was...
This is the type of stuff you're going to get into.
You've been saying that since you...
Jay come around every now and then. Maybe
you've been saying that since you was 10. Hey, listen.
Well, this is why you got to read, Kurt. If there's one thing I will give our host credit about is his persistence with challenging even myself to keep reading, to keep learning, because history is nothing but an agreed upon fable. Unless you go back and physically learn yourself what was truthfully happening.
Listen,
everything I just said is probably eye-opening to someone out there who had no idea.
I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I got man, don't make me go don't make me go to the bookshelf.
That's why I've always said America itself has a complex, because it has the Statue of Liberty saying, bring me your weak, you're this, you're that. And yet look how we've treated those very same people, regardless of origin of where they actually came from.
America has a contradictory complex. America is a contradiction.
It's now
and a conundrum.
Does it have the idea? And that's why I said the idea still exists today. I do still believe that anyone from any set of circumstances, and that's why I talked to you about adversity.
Shout out to my man D Gully from the Seattle Bus.
Can achieve a certain level of success. Wake up, man? He looked like he was giving speeches all day.
Yeah.
I
hope the last one went well. They didn't throw tomatoes at you, did they?
No.
Okay,
me and this PC hardware, we're gonna have to get some things straight, bro. It's a real bother right now, but I'm here.
It's all good. Yeah.
Been there, I understand.
we had and we're gonna get to some sports here stuff too, guys. Because y'all know me, I'm ancient and I gotta lay it down. I got a 9 to 5 I gotta get to in the morning. So it takes me up. TJ, where you go? Oh, this dude here, man. I'm telling you. Hey, anywho, we had Snowman on earlier.
Yeah.
And he was telling us to start the show. He was telling us that he qualified as disabled, but he can't get the disability benefits.
Because he supposedly did not pay enough in, but yet, as D. Runk pointed out, that there's children that are born disabled that are then qualified. So
they didn't take enough taxes out in order for him to qualify to get the disability benefits, even though he qualified.
Now, remember this, everyone. You are a corporation, as we've talked about in the past. You, as yourself, are a brand, a corporation. That is why every letter sent to you that is a bill, you find your name in capital letters. Just like you would if you were a ding company. That's why suicide itself is illegal. So,
Gully, you look perplexed over there, man. Like, what did I just hear?
No, I'm fascinated. Keep going.
Okay.
So, just that notion and that premise will then you start seeing the world differently, right? Because okay, you were taught that there was this direct correlation with going to school and achieving great grades and the higher paying salary job. And then you go look at most of the billionaires in this world and they went a completely different direction. They didn't follow said path whatsoever. So what you were taught versus what the reality is were two very different things. And that's by design. Because again, if you know the rules, well, you might be able to play the game a little bit better.
Of course. But they tell you how the game is played. If you go read, nobody wants to read. And when I say read, let me be more specific, as the little kindergartners would say. A lot of folks like to scroll. Okay, I ain't knocking your hustle. But I'm telling you now, there's a big difference between scrolling and actually turning pages. There's an organic way and a mechanical way, so to speak. You know, the message that you get when you first turn on your gaming system, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever it is, there's a message to tell you right there, all these bright lights and colors and stuff may cause epilepsy and all that kind of, you know what I mean? As long as you are on your phone and as often as you're on your phone or some computer or whatever the case may be, it messes with your brain and the neurons and the firing and all of that other good stuff. I don't know all the details. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Reading, actually turning pages benefits you not only from the knowledge being gained, because in a book you'll find more detail and in a much more deeper perspective or comprehensive perspective, if that makes any sense. And it also is good for you health-wise. Reading a book is good for your body's circadian rhythm. Go look it up. Your body's
that overstimulation It does the complete opposite.
It's mechanical.
It's
not. It does not. I know that's what we quick, but again, we're so Pavlovian in our thought process.
But
we're
that's
so
by
conditioned.
design.
Yeah,
that's by
that's what I'm
design.
saying. I know. Exactly. I know
Like
that. But
the games.
D weighing in again. D weighing in again. He said we taught to be good worker bees. Absolutely. D Runk weighing in. He said facts. He agreeing with it. And then D Runk saying again, a lot of be reading books like LeBron. Like, nah, you got to go past the first page. Yeah, a lot of
exactly.
Oh man, don't get me
paying
started.
Lip service.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Everything that what do they say about appearances? Okay, now I'm the only one that don't know or do know.
No,
okay,
I thought that was a rhetorical question because look at my
I was being facetious. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, man. You know, reading. You have to. I used to tell my children, they're not kids anymore. You know, they would be on their phones, and you know, I said, listen, man, it's okay. It's moderation. It's a reason why moderation is a word in the dictionary, or some people like to call it a term. I don't know, take your pick, but it's a tool. You have to be when I'm not on here, to be honest with you, when we're not doing the show or whatever, this computer is not on. This computer is not on. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? If I'm not reading, by the way, I've still got to get back to doing my recommended readings. But if you all ain't hip to Blood in the Garden, story of the New York Knicks in the 90s by Chris Herring, you got to go check it out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I Came as a Shadow by John Thompson. You know, Georgetown's infamous John Thompson, the coach. Yeah, legendary. Yeah. You gotta pick them up and then last one, Stanley Tukey Williams, Blue Rage, Black Redemption. Absolute must. Oh, my bad. Now I'm gonna add one more. Toms, Coons, Mulattoes, Mammies, and Bucks. The story of, well, it's not really a story, but it discusses blacks in film and television during the early 1900s all the way up to like the mid 1990s. Book was written by Donald Bogle. So you all might want to check. I'm telling you all, man, reading keeps your let me go back. I'm sorry, excuse me. Let me go back to when I was telling my children. No thing, that phone, whatever, that tablet, will replace the thing that created it.
Imagine
reading enhances all of those, whatever that is that goes on in your brain. With whoever studies the brain will all constantly talk about reading. Actually, turning pages enhances that tenfold. Go ahead, Double J. My bad.
We're at a point where,
and we're gonna get into some sports.
Where information has never been easier, but yet, of course, society has never been dumber.
Yeah, exactly. Where to put that? D-Runk said, I used to read a lot, but YouTube knowledge has made me lazy. Yeah, I mean, I get it, man. And I appreciate your honesty. I mean, you know, I do. I appreciate your honesty. But I challenge anybody and everybody, man. I know it's become that thing where picking up a book, man, is like kids when it comes to their vegetables. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to eat the meat, you know, and the mac and cheese, but nobody wants to eat the broccoli. You got to eat the broccoli, man. You got to eat the broccoli. You got to pick a book up, man, because it balances you out too. And again, you can go look up that thing, you know, scientists or whoever the people again it is to study all of this stuff. They'll tell you in a heartbeat how reading, turning pages can actually be beneficial to your body's circadian rhythm. All right. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, we got my man, the voice of a generation back. Yeah, we're gonna take a 30-second commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna get back to what he said. But shout out to everybody for weighing in, Snowman and everybody, D-Runk, everybody that weighed in, Doc, everybody that weighed in on that subject. You know, this is why we do what we do, man, because I had no idea the show was gonna go this direction, and I'm glad that it did. This is why we do.
Did you want to be a part of our podcast? Just say it, man.
Absolutely not. Are you serious? Man, please. But wait till y'all start doing y'all's, and y'all gonna see all the time and effort and sweat and tears and work that goes in to producing a one.
I'm top tier. What are you talking about, bro?
Anyway, we're gonna take a 30
the button, man.
Don't touch that dial. Knuckles McForehead ain't gonna be here for a while.
It's Kate Cunningham, and you're watching the Shop Report.
It's Chris Murray, and you're watching the Shop Report. Touch that dial.
Max and Kid, you're dropping in on the shop report.
Hey, I'm Billy Butler, and thank you for watching the Shop Report. Hey guys, I'm Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Barbershop J, Quentin Hines, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
Commander Brown, Detroit Rivers Mountain Training, and I'm watching the Shop Report.
That was Commander Brown, TJ's favorite buddy.
Yes,
should
sir.
Yeah, should I play the buddy tune? Absolutely not.
No.
All
no.
right.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. All right. What he said. Listen, this is how bass backwards not only the country has gotten. We've seen that a little bit earlier when my man Snowman came on and told us about his situation. And again, we pray everything goes well with you. But especially on the sports landscape. Adam Silver is the subject of today's What He Said. And he said in particular on teams tanking for Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, don't butcher his name. Don't act like you don't know who he is.
Wembanyama.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Giannis Antetokounmpo. My bad, fellas. I'm just ripping right now. Yeah. I tried.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Just
the 17th I got won't let me, get out. Sometimes my vowels get stuck, man. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. But yeah, this is what NBA Commissioner Adam Silver had to say about teams tanking for Victor. How about that? I know that many of our NBA teams are salivating at the notion that potentially through our lottery that they could get him.
That's right.
So they should all still compete very hard next season. I say a bit confusing and contradictory is Silver's statement. The system is set up to reward ineptitude. So what incentive / motivation do teams have to compete very hard? Now,
A championship.
Oh man, please. That ain't no guarantee, and neither is the
Nah, because
lottery.
it's only about 5 teams that are going to compete for the title anyway.
And I'll say
Thank
this:
you.
if I can sell these Piston tickets at what I think I just sold the first game for, come on with it. I'll take them. I want them. Bring them here.
Well,
I don't care what happens. Just
There used to be a time here in Cleveland where you could get 4 Cavs tickets and a McHappy meal. I'm just saying.
it's like a mortgage.
I'm just saying. But here's what I'm saying to you. There's 2 parts to this. Number 1, the tanking. And number 2, Adam Silver, for the most part, just placating.
What do you mean?
His lip service.
Yeah, paying lip service.
Why you think he's paying lip service?
He has to say that.
Okay, so that's paying lip service. If he had to say
why
that.
do you think he have to say that?
What I'm saying to you is his statement was contradictory.
To how?
Okay,
his statement was contradictory to who?
Okay, he said, I know that many of our NBA teams are salivating at the notion that potentially through our lottery that they could get him. So they should all still compete very hard next season. When the system was designed to set up for teams the ineptitude for teams that's terrible.
So where's his contradiction?
Saying the teams should still play hard.
How is he contradicting himself?
You don't think that's a bit confusing?
I don't understand.
Kind of an oxymoron more so.
No, but I don't understand. I don't understand the criticism of Adam Silver making that statement. He's a commissioner of the league. He don't make them rules. Those rules been in place.
Okay.
I don't see where Adam Silver is the issue here. I don't get, like, I feel like that's a straw man argument. Like what Adam Silver said pretty much stated the obvious. I don't necessarily know if he's stating lip service, but I don't get taking Adam Silver and critiquing Adam Silver about it. That's the way the league is. We need to talk to every team that's not the Milwaukee Bucks or the Los Angeles Lakers or the New Jersey Nets. That's where the issue needs to be. Like you don't have teams that built themselves to not need a number 1 draft pick.
Well, then change your verbiage. Change your verbiage. He said maybe you should say, and I would hope that our teams will still go out and compete and play hard or whatever the case may be.
I would say I would hope that our organizations continue to build themselves not to need a number 1 pick every year.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
but wait
fair.
a minute.
Hold on. We got a comment coming here. D saying he can't really punish a team for tanking only slap a nominal fine, but that's
That's
it.
correct. He can't. He has no capacity.
All right, the Spurs gonna put out the worst lineups we've ever seen next year. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
hey, they can do the Patrick Ewing, the frozen envelope again. You know.
Yeah, shout out my man Abdul Smith weighing in. What's good, family? What it do? Glad you weighing in here. We're talking right now about Adam Silver and his comments.
So is there going to be a conspiracy theory around teams with? Now remember, this is not new, right? We had, in the NFL,
the Cavs
did it.
Okay, but hold on. So you're telling me right now that Adam Silver has no part.
Remember,
Adam
the
Silver
Sixers
has
won
no
like
part
5 games
in the lottery being. Wasn't the lottery supposed to fix all of this when they implemented it last year? But
no, it was meant to create parity.
That's exactly right. To create parity, being that the team, to create some level of parity.
There wasn't any real guarantee, though, that if you finished in dead last, that was what the lottery was meant to do. But still, percentages have shown. Look at the Cavs got the 2 back-to-backs. That's how they got Kyrie.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. How does Adam Silver not have a say-so in the lottery?
So he doesn't. He doesn't. He can't institute a. I mean, I don't know that his capacities as commissioner of the league allow him to make a.
Didn't hear about Adam Silver. Let me read. He didn't hear about Adam Silver. Let me read it right quick. Adam Silver is put out a memo basically about teams tanking for Victor. I'm not going to even try to say
it right.
Name again. I'm not going to even try.
Wembayama.
Yeah, something to that effect. He said, "I know that many of our NBA teams are salivating at the notion that potentially, through our lottery, that they could get him, this Mr. Victor guy. Okay, the guy who's who balling out in high school. So they should all still compete very hard next season." That sounds like, yeah, okay, yeah, right, all right. But as commissioner, he can't implement certain rules and certain things. It's got to. I just don't understand. Don't all the other commissioners in all the other leagues do X, Y? Well, we know Roger Goodell and all. We know he.
No, I don't know that he. I don't know that he can on his own put a fix to it. I will say, to your point, though, when I hear that statement over again, he really not. I think the lip service he's playing is this team should compete very hard. Like, no, organizations should build themselves not to perpetually need draft picks every year. And he should be able to say that.
D-Runk weighed in. I never believed the NBA lottery was real. Hello. Especially now that we don't even see the teams getting slots. Yeah. My man Abdul Smith got it. You said the Cavs, but see, but more important to me as a competitor.
Mm-hmm.
Man, don't ever ask me. Don't trade me as a competitor, man. Don't let me find out you intentionally trying to. You asking me, you telling me to lose on purpose?
Right, because here's the thing too. When it comes
you are on record for questioning the motivations for the current athlete, especially within the NBA.
Thank you.
Come on, load management.
That's part of it, right? If I'm being paid multi-million dollars and you tell me you have the day off, well, why? Thank you, sir. Because look, I've been around a lot of these players, right?
If they tell me at the post office I got a
who's there for
no. I'm gonna say the same thing to you. I'm gonna say the same thing to you as I say to people when they talk about athletes and getting their money and whatever it is and using comparison and to the lower level. It's different tax brackets for a reason. Okay. If the folks at the post office tell me that I got a day off, absolutely, you're darn right. Because I push mail for 8,000 hours. And the mail can get heavy.
And they're putting up 20,000 shots.
Oh wow, well, really? Wow.
My arm is tired.
Wow.
Yeah, they gotta talk. They gotta talk to the media. They gotta go.
Oh wow.
That is very hard. That is very hard. But that is very hard to average 4 points and 2 rebounds for a career and have to talk to media on media day.
Thank you. Would you say it again, man, please?
Hey, don't
that's laughable, man. Look, like that's laughable. The thing about it is, man, I feel like I understand. I do have an understanding that You know, we got to look at the realities of where we're at, right? It's about perspective.
Thank you, because
it's hard to understand. It's hard to have. Yeah, it's hard to have them understand that, you know, with multi-million-dollars a year, that's the circle that they in. You know what I'm saying? That's the circle that they in, but they still have the attitudes that we have in our, you know, middle class, lower class.
Monday,
they still have the same mentality, right? But see, there's a distinction here. There's a distinction here. Just like in our jobs and our careers at our levels, right? There are people that are going to stand out. There are people going to, you know, show up. You know, they're going to show up before at sunrise. They're going to be the first in and last one to leave. What happens is, it's hard to make that. It's hard to have sympathy or empathy for those guys once you get past a certain amount of money. Okay, no matter what, I understand people going to be people. You know what I mean? But Kobe Bryant, rest his soul. And for that matter, LeBron James, rest his soul. You know, I mean, not rest his soul, but LeBron James, you know what I mean?
LeBron to be turning over in his grave right now.
No, but I'm saying,
let the man finish. Knuckles McForehead.
I'm saying for those guys, they put in an exceptional amount of effort on the court and representing the brand to where if they say, "Hey, man, look, this is enough," right? But what happens is people ride that wave. They slipstream that. You know what I'm saying? Middle of the road guys who don't try hard. They slipstream behind the number one players, behind the Giannis's and Durant's and LeBron's, wanting and needing a little bit of a break or a reprieve because they in the NBA. And that's where I lose it at, man. Guys that are tanking, that want to be on a team that's tanking, like that's disrespectful. That's so disrespectful.
But let me ask you, Gully. This is why I keep throwing this back to our host about adversity and the role that it plays in the overall mindset in the X factor in players or in the modern athlete.
Okay,
because you need adversity. Well, everybody need adversity. Adversity propels you. Adversity makes you stronger.
But if you
know how many mayonnaise sandwich moments I had growing up.
Wait a minute, Barbershop. What you trying to get to, Double J?
What I'm trying to get to is, now that we're in an AAU coddled, somewhat of a system, a more regulated system, you're seeing less and less of that, and you're seeing more from a global hunger that, you know, from the you know, again, just from outside of the United States, and they have very different mindsets. I'm here because I'm talented, and even though I hate the game of basketball, I'm very good at it. And so once I'm done punching this clock, I don't want to talk a thing about basketball because I can't stand it.
Okay.
Versus the kid, like you said, with the that was unfortunately accustomed to the mayo sandwiches, and says, "I don't care that I have this bag and I've already gotten my mom and or whomever what they needed. I'm still hungry. I still want more, and I want to be great. I want to be like Kobe. I want to be one of the greatest ever in this game." I feel like there's fewer of those, which again, that's what separates greatness as a whole.
That ain't got nothing to do with adversity, though.
But it does.
What happens is everybody when they made it where everybody, and I'm on TJ. I want you to weigh in too. Let's get TJ in here. I don't like TJ being silent. I don't trust him. that it all started when everybody got a trophy at these little league levels.
See, stop. I'm gonna weigh in immediately. Everybody don't get no damn trophy, man.
Really?
What are you talking about?
Really? I'm talking about the low. I'm talking about the lower levels. And why you got to use profanity, man? I thought we know
a damn is somewhere you can get more.
I'm gonna say it again. Oh my gosh. Anywho, what I'm saying to you is, when I watched Pop Warner, when I was coming up, we watched Pop Warner. Just like, I mean, even now in the professional leagues or whatever the case may be, how many Super Bowl trophies is it? How many NBA trophies is it?
One.
But guess what? If you don't have that, right?
Okay, listen. But how many?
Hang on a second. If that was truly the case, then Adam Silver, it goes back to what you just talked about, which is Adam Silver wouldn't have to tell everybody, "Hey, make sure you guys are out there trying hard."
No. I'm going back to where this all comes from, where this origins, where this all stems from. When you look at these little Pop Warner leagues and things of that nature, these little leagues, listen, if Johnny's team doesn't do well, they still get a trophy. You're rewarding.
Who is Johnny? What level of basketball or football are you talking about?
I'm saying, yeah, my kid has very few trophies. Mine shelf versus his, but I won, and that's the only difference. I tell them.
All of the kids are being rewarded now. Okay, there's a reward now for not putting that incentive in, or not doing or doing the work that you needed to do.
Complacency.
That's why James Harrison took his son's trophy. What do you mean? What do you mean y'all didn't win? But they gave us a trophy. For what?
Runner up.
Stop it.
Listen, it's a such thing.
Cut me in and cut it out, man. They didn't even run up.
Even in the Olympics, there's always been.
They got run up on.
Thank you. Thank you, Gully. How you get run up on but still get a trophy? Go look up when James.
Trophies. The Olympics always.
Man, no, it ain't. No, it ain't.
But this is where I
started. No. Runner up. Listen. No. That's not runner up, bro. That's not runner up.
Stop it.
No, that's not run. That's not runner up from the perspective of you talking about
I'm talking about the perspective. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because that's not a runner up.
Well, technically, they won the Eastern Conference.
Different from 18th, bro.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Your team went 1-9.
Hold on. One at a time. Go ahead, Gully. Go ahead.
Your team went 1-9. Y'all getting the same trophy that the team that went 9-1.
So hold on. Don't nobody answer. You said 1-9. What level of sport are you talking about? Pop Warner?
That's what I said. I'm going back to the origin where this stems
that's
from.
what he said. That's what he was talking about.
Listen. Check this out. You're talking about some 5- and 6-year-olds who don't know the numbers. They don't know the wins and losses. They just know, this week I lost. This week we won. Next week we're going to playoffs. They don't know how we're looking at it.
But they don't know what that 5 and 6.
They don't know none of that. They
don't know that 5 and 6. Right? They don't know what that 7 and 6. They don't know what that 5 and 6. They don't know what that 6 and 7. They don't know what that 7 and 8. They don't know what that 8 and 9. They don't know what that 9 and 10. They got 5 years of being expected to be praised for not competing. So by the time they get to the NBA, and they get,
at that age, it's not about winning. It's about development.
And
okay, whoa. I bet you they know this at 5 and 6. I bet you they know not to touch the stove because it's hot. I bet you they know how to brush their teeth. I bet you know how to say their prayers before they go to bed. I bet you they know how to take out the trash. I bet you know how to. No, I'm not moving the goalpost. What I'm telling you is, listen, you're rewarded. What are you rewarding when you do that?
No, what are you rewarding when you touch the stove?
You're tripping, man.
That's just it. You got to
the lack thereof, barbershop. Come on.
You're going too far.
You're not going too far. That's the problem. You can't cut that off. Development starts when?
But check this out. It's a
no. When does development start?
It's literally a game for them at that age.
Right.
Fair enough. Right.
It is a game for them. You're taking it as this. Oh, well, this is how they're gonna make it out the hood, and this is
no. That is what I'm driving at right now. Yes, I am. That's what I'm driving at.
Too far, man.
What'd you say?
I'm not taking
that mindset has changed. So
okay,
both of your guys' points, I am suggesting that that's no longer what it's about anymore.
D-Runk, the problem with the NBA and every other league is development. We rarely see a bum turn into a star anymore. There's no development anymore.
Players were so trash back in the day, bro.
Oh, wow.
That, man. You keep saying that. Listen, I'm going to tell you something, though, TJ. I'm going to tell you something, TJ, the power of your words. The more people keep saying something, the more that it becomes true because that's what they hear so often.
Oh, hey,
listen, you say it for yourself. There's never been a such thing. Listen, the NBA that I watched in the 80s and 90s, we never had specialists
standing around 20 seconds at a clock, bro.
Excuse me?
It was no off-ball movement. One person moving, bro. Get up out of here.
Hey, listen, Gully, don't respond to that. That's clickbait. That's clickbait.
Wait a minute. By your own metrics. And this is the space age with metrics. There was a lot more ball movement.
Man, the ball was moving, but how about the players? The players weren't moving, bro.
How you got specialists in this league, TJ?
We don't got specialists no more.
Yes, you do have specialists.
No, we don't.
Oh, man.
You know what? I'm gonna tell
you how I know you got specialists. TJ, I'm gonna tell you how I know you got specialists in this league. How do you call Kawhi Leonard the best two-way player in the league, arguably? Why was he at one time considered the best two-way player in the league?
That's not a specialist.
Wait, whoa. Why is that?
Listen,
hold on. Answer that. Why was Kawhi Leonard considered the best two-way player in the league?
Overall, they consider him that because overall he played defense at the highest clip and offense at the highest clip.
Okay. Now,
anybody else, that's what they consider.
Now. But he was a two-way player, right? Two-way player. That means he did two things well, right? Okay. So what's Robert Ory?
I guarantee you, it was an old man who made that word up, that two-way player stuff. I bet it.
No, bro, that's the contemporary. No, that's the contemporary.
Oh, you can't say that unless you know that for a fact.
In my head, it's already factual.
It's in your head. Okay, in your head. That explains it. Okay, that explains it.
The idea of the idea of two-way players come about and it's common now because we now know this league is not made up of guys that put the same effort in on both sides of the ball.
James Harden.
Hey, Double J, tell him
I'm gonna keep saying that till the show is over. James Harden.
Jalen Rose is on record of saying that one thing that he hated with why he loves the modern game so much is because of the ability that when he wanted to handle the ball, they were like, oh man, you're trying to be like Magic. You can't do that. They wanted specialists. They wanted you to be role players, to do specific things.
They wanted the guard to be a guard. They wanted the forward to be a forward. They wanted the center to be a center, right?
Okay, hold on. But let me say something right. Let me say something right quick.
With basketball is something that he was advocating for.
There's no such thing as positionless basketball. Otherwise, if there is, then people would stop doing top 5, top 10 lists. Anyway, let me say this right now. You got players in today, BA, right now. When you talk about specialists, player like a Bogdanovich or whatever you call it, guy for Utah. If that guy's not shooting his three or hitting his three, you don't even know he's in the game.
He's on the Pistons.
I don't care what. Well, there you have it. Yeah, that's why you're selling your tickets, right? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, exactly. You got too many guys in the Today BA right now. If they're not doing the thing that you brought them in there to do, they cannot help you offensively.
You mean score the basketball?
Score the basketball from three because they're 3-point specialists.
I question if Patrick Ewing.
That's what y'all had back in the day.
No, that's what y'all got now. Okay, so what was Kyle Korver? What was Kyle Korver?
No, man, Kyle Korver.
Was a 3-point specialist. Yes, he was.
Okay, so but that ain't back in the day.
Y'all had like one person on the team who was shooting threes back in the day, bro.
So you had one person that could shoot the three, but all the rest of the guys, the other shooters, could shoot mid range. What you talking about?
Right. Them bums.
Okay, so what is DeAndre Jordan?
DeAndre Jordan.
I mean, he's a shell of himself. I mean, come on.
I don't care. What was DeAndre Jordan? Today. What was DeAndre Jordan? What is Rudy Gobert?
A center. 2 centers.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what though? Here's the thing. That's what made it's funny because it's funny you call them all bums, but honestly, Dennis Rodman was the one specialist that we knew of in the league because he was really a rebounder and nothing else. That was uncommon at power forward because the other power forwards in the league, especially when he was with the Pistons and the Spurs, the other top power forwards in the league were both scorers and defenders as well as rebounders. Dennis Rodman was a specialist, but he was an anomaly in the 80s.
Let me get to some of these comments. Miss Alva weighing in again. TJ Diva LeBron would never make it in the league back in the day. He'd get pushed by Isaiah Thomas and go crying, please. Absolutely, Miss Alva. Shout out to that.
Unbelievable. I don't agree with that.
D say it's less specialist in today's era. A lot of teams can switch 1-on-5 on defense nowadays.
That's why they're going under on screens, and that's why you have to listen.
Hold on. Listen. When I say specialist, okay, let me be more specific. Offensively, you got a lot of guys who stand out in the corners at the 3-point line, who camp out at the 3-point line, and if their 3-point shot is not on, you do not know that they are in the game. Jay, how many two-way players do you have in the league today?
You can't camp under the basket anymore. like Patrick Ewing did.
No, but they camp on the wings. You're right, because they camp on the wings. Everybody on the wings. It's a 1-2 man ISO, 2 passes, kickouts for the 3. That's the entire basketball game.
D-Runk said the NBA today is all specialists. Teams be like, I need 2 shooters, 1 slasher, 1 lockdown defender, and shooting big. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all be so
Being
mad.
a specialist is so normal that any player who can do more than one thing is considered top 10. No. Let me explain to you difference between the between a 3-point specialist and a guy who is a 3-point shooter.
I could never watch the NBA back in the day.
I know you couldn't. I know you couldn't. I know you couldn't. I know you couldn't.
Only playoff basketball. That's the only thing I could watch back in the day.
Well, how they get to the playoffs, bro?
Huh?
What are you seeing different in the playoff basketball than the regular season? Tell me that, TJ.
The importance of it. So they
play differently. So wait a minute. So they playing differently in the playoffs?
No, I'm talking about the importance of them winning or going home. That would make me watch it. Just like
that would make me watch old school basketball.
Baseball, I can't watch in the regular season.
We're not talking about baseball.
Honest.
Stop moving the goalposts like you told me.
I'm telling you, it's so boring to watch that I can't watch it in the regular season.
All right, that's fine. Okay, listen, I coach baseball and I agree with you. All right, but here's when we talking about basketball.
The same applies for how it looked to me back in the day. You got a bunch of big men standing around, one pick and roll, and a slow pace of basketball. I don't care what y'all say. That's what it was, man. And then, what about the Showtime Lakers? Okay, well, that's one team.
Showtime Lakers had four. Showtime Lakers at one point had 4 12-point scorers.
Yes,
well,
hold on. Why? What did they capitalize on?
Well, let me say this. Let me say this right quick.
What do you mean? What you about to say?
All of the guys that he can't stand. How many of them on the top 75 list?
Because they was there first. Let's let them play after these players who playing now.
How many on the top 75 list?
They're not going to be on the list if they
right. On the top 75 list. I'm saying it's going to move, bro.
That's easy. Like if I'm the first players to play, of course I'm gonna be on the list before.
He'll never believe that there's gonna be somebody greater than LeBron James within the next 5 years.
What sense does that make?
Not necessarily.
Man, if I play
it's only 75.
When did they make?
It's only 7. It's only 75.
Excuse me, hey Double J. When did they make the top 50 list? What year was that?
It was in the mid 90s, in the late 90s.
25 years
ago. How many players in this league right now was on that list? Know why? None, because none of them played. They haven't played in the 90s.
Okay, so they remade the list 25 years later. 2 generations have gone by. How many players still made it on the list?
Well, you talking about some of the players who playing now?
2 generations have went by since the last list, from 50 to 75 to 25 years. So we had 2 generations of players.
I hate to say this to you guys, but
so how many of the how many of the top 50 still exist on the top 75? And we didn't have 2 generations of better basketball in your opinion. Why is Tim Duncan still the best power forward?
He's the best power forward.
Why? 25 years.
Hey, hold on, calm down. He only played
He didn't play positionless. Hold on, to your point. No, you stop it because you the one on this. He didn't play positionless basketball. He played power forward. So you only did the power forward thing that the power forward things do. 25 years have passed since he got drafted.
Let me answer.
Classes. How come he the best power forward?
Let me answer.
Go ahead.
He didn't become the best power forward till the 2000s. So how you gonna say anything about Tim?
Hold on, wait. He didn't become the best power forward to win the 2000s.
The 2000s. He wasn't the best.
He was drafted in 97. He won the first. Listen, he was drafted in 97. The Spurs won their first title in 99. So from 1999 to 2015, he was the best power forward in the game.
Ever? No, he was the best power forward ever in the. He gained that title in the 2000s.
Yeah, think of what you're saying, bro. He was on. Listen, by the time 2000 hit, he was only his 4th season in the league.
Now,
so he was already great.
Gully, would Tim Duncan have been able to survive the 80s? No.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he? That's how they still played.
There is no way you're telling me that game was played the same way 10 years later.
But let me tell you why he would. Let me tell you why.
There was no way what? There was no way what?
The Jordan
Steve Kerr was a 3-point specialist. Thanks, Dad.
And Steve Kerr's an anomaly. Steve Kerr ain't the norm. Not like
hey,
it is today.
Luke Longley, half that Bulls team was specialists.
Right.
Really?
Specialists
That was on
what?
purpose. That was what Mike wanted. He needed people for specific things. Very LeBron-esque, if you ask me.
That Bulls team was not. Oh man, y'all tripping. Y'all really tripping. These days, if you put Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen on the same team, we would call you crazy because they wasn't great outside shooters. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Make it make sense. Thank you. Tim Duncan could definitely survive the 80s. Absolutely, he could.
Like, I don't understand.
That Bulls team had specialists.
Skyhook better than Kareem.
Okay, what was?
Hold on. Wait. Listen to me. Hold on, wait a minute. You about to name all-time greats that he wasn't better than.
I just don't believe
you're not going to name an average. You're not going to name an average power forward.
Are you crazy? You're telling
me
you're not going to
listen. Double J. You're not going to name. Hey, listen. You are not going to name me an average power forward better than Tim Duncan. You're going to say he didn't have a great Skyhook like the greatest center of all time. He didn't have a great like the other greatest scoring power forward. The only thing you can name to eclipse him are the all-time greats in that position.
You can't though. He better than them.
Why?
Because he would be 6-0 if it weren't for Ray Allen. That's what y'all base Michael Jordan off of. So let's base him the same way.
I don't get what you mean by that.
He would be 6-0 in the finals if Ray Allen don't hit that shot.
That's fine.
From your numbers and the way y'all.
I didn't even bring up championships, bro. I didn't even bring up championships. I'm gonna tell you something. Else. I didn't bring up championships because, like it or not, Karl Malone is one of the best power forwards ever.
But he don't got no ring, so he ain't the best ever.
No, he is one of the best ever.
He ain't the best ever though.
So rings is the only thing that matter?
Not that you. No, rings is listen.
No. Rings is the only thing that matters, TJ.
According to y'all.
No. Rings is the distinction between the great and the greatest. That's the only difference.
Tim Duncan is the greatest.
Because he was great without the rings, and then he proved it in the finals. That's why. There's a consistency to Tim Duncan's great.
You're saying what I'm saying, but you adding an extra part to it.
Okay. No, because the rings only separate the great from the greatest. Karl Malone is up there, has a great power forward.
Where we talked about this last week, where do Charles Barkley fit in?
Hey man, according to Peanut, he trash.
We're not talking about Peanut. I'm talking about you. Where Charles Barkley fit in at?
6.
But once again, Barkley is one of 4 guys to have 20, 10, and 10 in the points, rebounds, and whatever else assist category. One of 4 guys to ever do it.
Hey,
but because he don't have a ring,
hey, listen, I got Tim.
Man, cut me in and cut it out, man. Cut me in and cut it out, man. This is what I'm saying. Y'all use certain criteria for certain people that y'all like, and then take away certain criteria for certain people y'all dislike.
No,
man, come on, man. Come on, man. You can't be objective and selective at the same time. That's a conundrum.
We went from specialists because y'all act like y'all.
It's more specialists it's more 3-point specialists in the NBA today than it was back in the 80s and 90s. Let me say it that way.
Because they shoot 3 points better than y'all did. That's
fair. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I'm not saying they don't. But listen,
they shoot better than y'all.
When you take 100 more, you
take more. That's the only shot they shoot, bro.
Hey,
like the mid range is a lot. All the real estate in a basketball court, guys only want to shoot the 3.
Thank you. Top 2 power forwards of the 80s was Charles Barkley and Kevin McHale, but somehow Duncan wouldn't survive. Come on now.
Right. Thank you. I agree with that because McHale ain't nothing.
But nobody ever said what are you talking about? You talking about Tim Duncan's greatness wasn't defined to the 2000s.
No, I didn't say that. Y'all said that.
No, you said that.
You just said that.
You said he ain't become greatest to 2000.
He ain't become the greatest power forward to the 2000s.
Yeah, that was only his 4th year in the league, bro. By 2000, he was.
Y'all put your hearing aids in, Grandpa and nephew.
Double J, you hear this?
What
I heard it.
I don't see how y'all can't understand what I'm saying.
How did he become the greatest power forward in his 4th year in the league?
No. In the 2000s. That means it's from.
Okay, so then, all right. So
when did the 2000s didn't start to 2005? When did the 2000s start?
When do you think he became?
Huh?
When do you think he became the greatest?
Helen.
Like around what year? Like 03, 05, 07? What do you think?
All I know is they was calling them that around 06, 07. That's what
I was calling him that. They was calling him what?
The greatest.
The greatest already.
Yeah, because he had 4 titles and he had 2 MVPs and he was averaging 20 and 10.
He said defensive. He had
no. He said they started calling that around 06, 07.
Yeah.
How many titles did he have by 07?
Only 4, because he didn't get the last one until 14, and he was barely a
Only
contributor
4.
then.
Only 4.
They never won back to back. If I want to be a naysayer, I can.
Right. All right. That's the only knock on the Spurs dynasty. If you can say that they never won back.
Why y'all do that though? Like now,
the teams that want players to take those 3-point shots, according to analytics, they are more efficient shot than the mid-range.
Why that has to be? Why you have to win back to back? Why they just can't be? You won 5 rings. You 5.
No, that's what Double J said. If you wanted to be a naysayer.
Okay, D said the teams that want players to take those 3-point shots, according to analytics, they are more efficient shot than the mid-range. Let me tell you something about analytics.
I told you.
We talked about that because
let me tell you something about analytics.
It's not a theory, it's facts.
No, it is not fact, TJ. I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, the analytics suggest that if you get to a certain point margin, you're more likely to win. And the quickest way to get to that point, listen.
Y'all can't change math.
No, I'm gonna tell you the facts, bro. Listen, analytics suggest that if you get to a certain point number in a game, you're more likely to win. Is that not right, Double J?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the quickest way to get to that certain number that makes you more likely to win is to shoot what type of shot? A 3-pointer versus a 2-pointer, right?
No, not necessarily.
No, your percentage of.
Yes, it's the percentage of
shots.
Excuse me, the percentage of your shots needs to be
like 33% versus 50% at 2. I think it's something
correct.
Like that.
Correct.
Restate it, TJ. What you say?
30. I think it's like 33% versus 50%.
He think he don't know for
sure.
No. I had the article. There's the data. That's actually there.
You said 33% of your shots need to be 3-pointers.
No, 33%. Like if you shooting threes,
of your makes, Scully.
Your makes got to be at 33%.
Okay, so all right, you already proved my point. Again, I said the quickest way to get listen, because remember the idea of it is if you get to a certain point number, you're more likely to win. If you can get to 110 points or 112 points a game, you're more likely to win the game if you score 110 or 112, right?
Yeah, depending
on
no.
What's the number that makes you more likely to win?
No. Hang on. Here's what's being forgotten in Gully's point. As TJ just said it, which was defense, because again, the volume of shots versus the percentage of makes is what's determining the outcome. Because if you were truly more efficient inside, where that percentage was different, again, like elevated.
80%, yeah.
Yes, if you were north of 60%, then the analytics wouldn't be in agreement suggesting to take more threes.
That's the problem. People are playing more towards a model than what's actually taking place in the game.
And why has someone not disproven it yet? Why has
someone not disproven it yet? What are you talking about? We sit there and tell you all the time.
Who won a title with a team by using the 90s model?
Say again?
Who has taken a team using a 90s or 80s based model? This is what I believe will break the mold, because I'm not disagreeing with you guys, but it has yet to actually happen.
Okay. The 90s model. Well, the Bulls, first of all, won 6 titles with the 90s model. So did the Rockets won 2 back-to-back titles with the 90s model. And then the Lakers, matter of fact, Kobe Bryant's led Lakers won it with a 90s model.
Wait a minute. What about the Milwaukee Bucks?
No, I think there was a lot. I think it was a lot of 3-point shooter going on there. Yeah, definitely. With Lopez particularly. Yeah,
Kobe Bryant's Lakers.
Kobe Bryant's led Lakers. Yeah, because who was the 3-pointer? Who was the 3-point shooter on that team? Who?
No, I'm saying you got one team. We didn't play 22 years.
What you mean one team?
One team.
They went to 3. Matter of fact, hold on, wait a minute.
I would only say this model's existed for 8 years.
That won a title.
I was just getting ready to ask you that. What about that 2010 Celtics team?
Here's the thing, though. I'm saying we may be at odds with when this came into.
They didn't win on that. That wasn't a '90s model. You had Paul Pierce and Ray Allen shooting threes every chance.
Yeah, Rondo could hit the three. They actually, yeah.
Rondo could hit what?
Yeah, I'm really not buying that.
Rondo could hit three people and probably his teammates.
But y'all got one team, man.
You got one team that won after the '90s model with the '90s model. To prove your point, what are you saying? We know the game. Listen, the game changed because, right? What's the famous saying? Not to be sexist, but chicks did touchdowns. When the numbers go up, people get more excited. Double check.
Dig the long ball.
Come on, man. This is why This is why in football you protect the quarterback to score more touchdowns because more points bring more revenue.
No,
this is why there was a steroid era in baseball to get more home runs.
Let's go on ahead and add another loop right around the logo area and call it 4 points.
Thank you. The Bucks were 3 points.
Oh, it's coming.
Layups and dunks. Thank you.
Okay.
That 4-point shot. That 4-point shot is coming. It's coming. Yeah.
But did you see what the point he making? He said they were this, and this. He didn't just say they were just this or one thing. That's what I said.
But that's not the '90s model.
Okay, it don't have to be the '90s model. It don't have to be the '90s model.
But I believe the '90s model can work. This is why I'm suggesting why someone
here's what I'm saying to you.
If I can't take a
go
team,
look at the average score.
122.
No, go look at the average score. Hold on, let me say this. Go look at the average score in the mid 80s to mid 90s of Western Conference teams in terms of triple digits. I'm talking about scores, final scores in games. Then slide over to the left or right and then tell me how many 3-point attempts, because everybody want to talk about makes, but nobody wants to talk about the attempts in relation to the makes.
What else was happening?
Hold on. Go look at today.
Look how long the games were.
Man, teams cannot they can't crack 115 points without a combined 200 3-point attempts.
So then why hasn't someone, I don't care who,
because it's sexier.
Because
it's a sexy thing, man.
You know why? Because that 2000 Spurs team was never sexy. Duncan, Parker, Ginobili.
I'm talking about, that's the problem.
That was far from sexy. Look,
that's the problem.
Pistons.
Nobody wanted to watch
that was defense.
To be honest with you, the Knicks and the Spurs, they messed it up. To tell you the truth, nobody, like baseball, nobody enjoys the 2-1 score. Nobody enjoys it. Everybody wants to see the Indians when they played. I forget who it was, and I'm calling the Indians at the time because that's when Kenny Lofton and them, that's what they were called. That how many innings was it, Gully, when the Indians won 15-14?
Oh, no, too.
Everybody loves scoring. So they're going to condition you to think that the 3-point percentage per this. I mean, my gosh, the Browns in particular had 11-point-something% chance of, Staley, the Chargers, Staley had some kind of 11% point chance of the Browns should have won the game or going for it on 4th and 2 or whatever the case may be.
He's a bonehead that's going to end up getting fired.
Yeah, but he's going to get fired because he's too reliant on analytics.
Well, there's called situational awareness.
Fair enough. Okay. All that being said, there's a point number that makes you likely to win. And the quickest way to get to that point number is shooting 3s versus 2s, which is why you see everybody shooting 3s. They're shooting 3s at a horrible clip. Yes, your point.
At a horrible clip.
Yes, because the only way to get to 33%, you got to shoot a heck of a volume. Because before they get to 33%, they're probably going to be 6 for 25.
But remember, that 33% is still awesome in baseball, too.
Yeah, but we ain't playing baseball.
33% ain't.
Well, are you sure?
I know that. I'm saying though, but I'm saying these teams will start out 4 for 20. These teams will start out 4 for 20, or 4 for 27, and they got to keep shooting a higher volume in order to get up to that 33%.
What's the percentage of goals allowed in a hockey game?
I don't know, bro.
Listen, in regards to basketball. How many attempts are connected to getting to that 33%?
I don't.
The number of attempts are going up, right?
I don't want to see a game where they stand around in the paint, bro.
How many?
But
I
that's
don't want
fine.
to see
That's
a game.
fine.
I don't want to see
That's
a game
fine.
where they're going 4 or 5 minute stretches without scoring
You talking
Yeah,
about
because of
your
the
game
volume of
in real
3-point
life.
attempts that's missing. Man, stop it. I tell
Double
you
J,
what.
you're the numbers guy, right? Are there right? We're making are they making more 3-pointers now?
I'm with you, D-Ron.
They're
Somebody said
taking
on Twitter,
more.
if the
All right,
analytics
see, you even
charged
said
Coach
it.
Brandon
They're
Staley to jump
taking
off a
more.
bridge, he would do it 10 times out of 10. I'm with you.
So initially, this was where Steph Curry's model had proven that you can space the floor better, and that's where this 5-out system
everybody's
came
not
from.
But
Steph
nobody's
Curry.
shooting like Steph Curry, right?
That's
Steph
right.
Curry
You are
made like
Everybody's not
absolutely
Steph
right.
Curry.
I'm not disagreeing, but
Okay.
this is why
Steph
I
Curry
am
is-
merely challenging that historical data suggested that your mid-range shot was often contested and missed. It was ultimately a lower percentage shot than the three-point shot was, which, again, on top of that, they're not worth the same value. So
Because of the volume.
Well, no, ultimately the volume has since increased to offset the two.
What volume?
Because ain't nobody shooting the two no more. People are using silver dollars and not quarters. So of course it ain't gonna be what the 5 quarters in the cachet. When everybody using
Well, and
Susan
that's
B.
why there's a
Anthony's.
chain shortage.
Man,
All right. So TJ, you said you see a lot more movement now for guys that ultimately settle and shoot at the three.
You see a lot
Way
more
more
dribble
movement.
handoff. You see
Way
a lot
more
more dribble
movement.
handoff and a lot of ball screens. Man, please,
Right,
dudes are supposed to be so fancy handle with their handles, can't even get past dudes without a ball
the one
screen.
possession, just like the was it Utah? That one possession where they lost the game. They had like a 4-on-1 situation, and
That was
4
Denver.
players went to the 3-point line.
Thank you. That was Denver.
Denver. The
The
4
Nuggets.
players went to the 3-point line with the numbers on the fast break and shot a 3 and missed and lost the game.
Hey, that's situational awareness.
Yeah,
Lack
there you go.
thereof.
There you
Complete
go.
lack thereof.
Well, but hold
Well,
on.
but not necessarily, because hang on.
Here's the lack of here's the lack of situational awareness. They did what they did. They relied on their tendencies. Their tendencies is to stand at the 3-point line and watch the ball.
Thank you.
If Steph Curry, especially D-Runk, thank God Steph Curry don't play in the 90s or 80s, bro, because they would have had him doing nothing but shooting threes.
Hey, listen, his father
Spot
didn't
up.
do his father.
Don't go nowhere. Just spot up, Steph. Don't dribble. Don't do nothing.
So if I were to tell you in 1999,
so what was Mahmoud
Gary
Abdul-Rauf?
Payton.
What was Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf?
Oh, don't hang on. That's selling him short, if you ask me.
I'm not comparing you. I'm asking you, what was he? I'm not. That's not a comparison. I'm asking you, what was he?
I thought he was a slasher. He could do more than one thing. That's not fair to him.
I'm
He's
asking
a good
you.
player, dude.
So in other words, he's saying what Steph would have been. I'm asking you, what was Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf?
No, I'm saying with your systems in place back then would have made him was a spot up shooter.
I got you. Yeah, ask Reggie Miller.
So
But
here's
anyway.
the thing. So in 1999, Gary Payton led the league in three-pointers made with 177.
Okay.
Last season, Steph Curry led with 285.
Yeah.
So if
nearly
you want
108 more.
And he
Three
shot
points.
at a way higher clip than Gary Payton.
No, well, that's true too. Yes. Buddy Hield.
How many 3-point attempts did it take?
It don't matter. He was 40%. I'll guarantee that.
No, you didn't do what you mean.
It was 38%.
How do you get makes without attempts?
How many attempts did Gary Payton? How many attempts did Gary Payton have that year?
Well, Steph had 750.
750. You said 285 on 285 out of 300 out of 787.
38%.
Gary Payton.
That's I'm struggling here. Hang on, let me see this one. Now it's going to. Oh, wait a minute. Crap. Now it's showing me D Brown. These are
okay.
Gary Payton probably was 29%.
I gotta find it.
Okay.
Let's see. Come on.
I thought I had it here. Darn it.
I don't know why this This is not telling me the.
Here, I got one for you.
Well,
Jordan,
if we want to, that's only 2.2 per game. So Jordan, I guess we can kind of go.
Hold on.
There.
Let me give you Jordan and James Harden. I don't know what. Well, this not the season. I don't know what season it was for Harden. I don't know what season it was for Jordan. But the number 12 total 3 points made in a season, averaging 37 points per game. 12 3 points made, averaging 37 points per game for Jordan. 378 total 3 points made in a season, averaging 36 points per game for James Harden. You better get to 33% when you're shooting 500 a game.
Well, Gary Payton shot a very similar percentage. He shot 35%.
Now, how many attempts? Because you just told us in total it was 100. It was over 100 fewer 3 points that Gary Payton made than Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
How many attempts did Gary Payton have
that year?
His number. How many?
Shot at 34%, which means 6.3 a game. So that
how many attempts you should be how many attempts? It should be if they tell you how many he made, it should be telling you how many he attempted.
Blame the NBA.com. That's who's giving me this garbage.
Hey, listen,
I would have to do 6.3 times 82.
Double J. NBA.com is not helping you right now. The NBA.com is actually helping us because it's shading the number of attempts.
It don't matter.
No,
I bet
it was 516.
Hold on.
516. So on 200 fewer attempts, what was the disparity in percentage? How much better did Steph Curry shoot?
By 4%.
4% difference for 200 attempts to get 100. What are we talking about here?
What's
okay?
4%
So now we have
of
4%.
200?
4% better. He did 4% better.
Yeah.
So
but here's what I don't understand. I don't understand how do attempts and makes not how are they not together? How do you look at one but not the other?
Well, of course you do.
We're always no. TJ is saying it don't matter. How does it not matter?
What don't matter?
You said attempts don't matter.
It don't matter. I'm saying it don't matter because his percentage. If he's shooting 40%, I don't care how many attempts he takes.
But so
you're shooting 40%, you don't care how many attempts he takes. All right.
Like at a free throw line, if Ben Wallace going up there shooting 40%, I don't want him shooting my damn free throw.
Whoa, because you talking about attempts.
Huh?
Why you don't want him shooting your free throws?
Because they only worth 1. They not worth 3. Each attempt ain't worth 3.
But but if you take 900, if you got 900 attempts to get that 40%.
What type of math did they teach y'all back in school, man?
I'm just picking a number. What I'm saying is it's disproportionate the number of attempts to make in order to get that 40%. Everybody want to talk about the percentage, but I don't want you taking that many attempts because you're gonna be tired for the next 2 or 3 games.
Ever. And you saying you don't want him taking no attempts.
No. What I'm saying to you is
Steph Curry is the best shooter ever. So Steph Curry is the exception to the rule.
Thank you.
Because he's defining it, bro. Because nobody's shooting like him, not even his teammate.
You sound crazy. What about Kyle Korver and Steph Curry, his brother? He shoot 40% too.
Does he take nearly as many attempts, or is he far more efficient?
40%.
Is he 40% going? Is he 40% going 4 for 9 in a game?
He's 40%. I don't care what.
Nah, you gotta care because
they are relative. You can't
do
just
that,
look at the
bro.
percentage without breaking it all the way down. Like a
Like
compound fraction.
Man,
you can't be selective.
The percentage is the most important number, bro.
The percentage is, but the number of attempts, meaning the more likely we see somebody. It's funny that you talk about all this movement, but you seeing guys sitting at the same spot. They only shooting threes from. Listen, you see 3-pointers from 6 positions: the 2 corners, right at the elbows, and right before the middle.
No, you must don't know. They call my boy Logo Steph, man. You don't know that, huh?
Okay, that's Steph Curry, logo Steph. They ain't calling nobody else logo because nobody else shooting them from there.
Dude, Gabriel Arenas was knocking them down from logo too. I remember this. The hibachi, yeah.
Name two more others.
Now, hang on a second.
Keep
It's
going down
saying
this road.
Gary
Name two more.
Payton was attempting
You
again
said name two more?
6.3 a game.
Hold on, Dub.
Oh,
you said name two more?
Yeah.
Tracy McGrady used to knock him down from logo, and LeBron was doing it early in his career.
On average, or
you just asked me to name two more.
No, because you talk about these logo guys. Like we know Steph Curry is the logo guy because that's what he's doing. That's part of his
but
game.
He wasn't the first to do it. That's what I'm saying. Like our era, we've been doing it.
Okay, all right.
I named you two more, man.
Okay,
I know you seen T Mac doing it back in the day, so
you did. Yeah, you saw him do it often, huh? Every game, huh?
Come on, man.
Every game.
Now you add more.
No, I'm not adding more to it. You saying it? You listen. Logo Steph is logo Steph because that's part of his shot. That's one of his shot selections. I don't know how many times LeBron was doing it. I do know LeBron did it to save the. I do know LeBron did it to save the Cavs from the inevitable defeat from the Magic. Yeah, we know that because he banked the three.
Gabriel Arenas was sending people home too with the. I see T Mac doing it too, man. Come on, bro. I gave you 5 names, bro.
That's fantastic. And they did this on average. They did this consistently. Average. Like you said, logo Steph. Because logo Steph is a more than average. Double J, you had mentioned something, man. Before we got into this little tangent that me and TJ got into. I'm sorry. What was that in terms of attempts?
6.3 a game.
6.3 attempts to shoot how many? What percentage?
34%.
So that means he shot 6 times and made 2 of them, right?
Yep.
That's 34%. Cool. How many times did Steph shoot?
Quite a bit more. His
how many?
Was higher. So his per game would have been.
Steph probably shoot 10 or 12.
Hey, let me make an announcement right quick. His
was 750 total attempts.
Let me make an announcement right quick.
He made
for the
200. Go ahead.
Let me make an announcement for the folks that still with us. We appreciate y'all for sticking with us right now. Unfortunately, because y'all know this is what we do. You know what? From now on, I'm just gonna come on live and we're just gonna pick the topics and just go with it. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for me to write stuff down. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to get to our gridiron because we're almost 2 hours in as it is. So we'll say gridiron. And would you let me finish the announcement?
Sorry,
man. You like Knuckles McForehead over here. Next time, raise your hand.
Hey, man, these numbers are flying. You know.
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, we're not gonna be able to get to our gridiron portion of the program today, but we will preserve it for. We might even I might pick a day this week. I don't know.
We're not gonna have to hear our host try to blast his blasphemy about the Browns.
Oh, hell no.
This is the disrespect.
We'll wait till they win next week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're going to wait.
Yeah, we're going to wait.
Dude, they've lost 3 games by a total of 8 points.
Yep. Drives me crazy.
The Browns will be 5-0.
Gully, would you please explain to Double J and Brother Rich? We already know you can't deal with this. Would you please explain to Brother?
Y'all comparing Gary Payton and Steph Curry. Y'all wow.
We're not comparing him.
Listen, Double J introduced it, bro.
Thank you. Double J is the one that brought it up.
No, I'm showing the difference of 20 years.
Your tag team partner did this. We didn't do this. He keep bringing this up.
What we trying to tell you is.
And what was that number?
Hang on, TJ. The reason why it was Gary Payton is because he finished first in the league that year. For made.
And how many
Allen was second. So
how many
somebody else?
I'm sorry, Double J, my bad.
The number of attempts for Steph Curry was 285. Of his 750. Sorry.
Average per game.
Oh, how many he made?
No. How many did he attempt? You gave us Gary Payton shot 6.2. So that means he threw up 6 3-pointers, made 2 of them. How many attempts did Steph Curry?
I'm supposed to add that in the comments so they can react to it.
Add what in the comments? Oh, D's still in there? Yeah, tell him to add something to the comments. Yeah, we got action for all y'all tonight.
Y'all ain't got no action. Y'all outdated 90s players and 80s players, man.
Well, so is your hair, but ain't nobody saying nothing about it.
It's funny
Being
how you get all the buttons, man. I can't wait till I buy some buttons, dude.
You've been saying that since you was 10.
I can't
You
wait
been
till
saying
I
that
buy
since you
some.
was 10. Anybody sweating that.
And at least I got some hair, Grandpa. Rapper still.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. You just keep on living, young fella. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. I already know where I'm at. I'm in the fourth quarter, baby, and I ain't shooting no three. I'm going to the rack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, you going to the rack.
And it was funny too, man, because it's funny because your voice, the leader of your generation, I believe, started a season where they didn't shoot 3-pointers for about, I think, the first 8 games. You remember that? You remember that? You remember when the King made an edict for the Miami Heat that they're not gonna start the season shooting 3-pointers? Why was that?
That was 12 years ago, damn. Thank you.
No. Wasn't it not in this generation?
Yeah, that's in this generation.
Wasn't it not in this generation?
10.5, Gully.
10.5 to get 4% better. That's what we saying, man. You shooting 3-pointers from 6 positions in the game. The 2 corners, right at the elbows, and right before the middle. That's where they're shooting them at.
This gonna stop all y'all. This gonna stop. I guarantee you. If y'all can test what I'm about to say now, y'all is delusional. Now answer this question, both of y'all. One at a time.
You're the only one from Kentucky.
Hey.
Anyway, answer this question, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all mad at him shooting threes, right? At that.
No, we're not mad. You assume that, but
yes, they are.
No.
They are furious.
All right, bet. Now watch this. Would Steph Curry have any rings, or would he be a better? Answer both of these, or would he be a better player if he didn't shoot threes? I just need an answer.
That is listen.
Can I get an answer?
His ability to do that.
He would be his dad. He would be
I don't understand. I don't understand what you. I don't understand the point he's trying to get to.
Don't answer.
I'm out of it. I'm out of it.
A likable question.
No.
If he only shot 3 threes a game, would he be a better player? Or
let me say this to you.
Answer the question. See,
I'm about to answer.
Hold on. Say again. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what. Steph Curry.
3 threes a game, bro. Man, he'd be out of the NBA first year, bro.
Why?
Hold on. Let me say this.
Why y'all can't answer the question? Don't say nothing. Answer the question.
If he shot the 6.2 that Gary Payton led the league, won the 3-point title, if you will, with, he would be a remarkable player because that means he'd be shooting elsewhere. Steph Curry's ability to shoot is without exception.
Unfortunately, Gully, that number actually is applicable to his rookie year. Hang on, TJ, listen to me. TJ.
Okay.
Steph Curry's, 2009, 2010 season, he attempted 3.4 a game, which is right where Gary Payton was.
You said 6.2.
Hold on. What'd he say?
Oh, I guess I was getting confused with his makes. 34%.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, because everybody want to look at only makes. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what we said.
Everybody has a tendency to look only at one side of the coin.
Okay, so wait a minute. 2010, 2011, he attempted 3.9. Wait, he didn't attempt 6.4 until 2013.
And how did he do when he did that?
35%. Right where
and he 35%. Right. And what year was that, Double J?
13-14.
13-14. Well, we knew who he was then.
He averaged 16.
Yeah, he established his identity as a shooter.
Is 16 points elite in the NBA?
No.
16 points elite?
No.
16 points a game? That's what he averaged?
That's what he averaged last season.
Was he known as a 3-point special? Was he known as a supreme shooter by then? He damn sure was. I'm sorry for the cut.
No.
Oh my gosh, that's the year before they won the title. What are you talking about?
That's why I'm saying I think the answer to that question was yes.
2 years.
No, they won the title the next season.
They run in 15, bro.
14-15, bro. 15. In 13-14, that's the year before they won the title. Steph Curry's identity was...
My dude, he averaged 16 points shooting that little of three.
How many? Okay, here we go again. How many attempts did he average that year? Double J, give us the number.
6.8.
He averaged 6.8. in 13-14.
And yeah.
Yes.
And he made how? And he averaged 3.2. He averaged 2.3 makes per game or something like that, right?
That's right. 2.3. Mm-hmm.
And
so he was shooting Gary Payton like numbers.
35%. Yeah, 35.6%.
In 13-14, the year before they won the title, and everybody knew Steph Curry's identity as a supreme deadly 3-point shooter.
And
he didn't have to shoot that anymore to be known as a 3-point specialist.
And let me tell you why that is the case though. That soon and early on. Number one, that's a loaded question, TJ. Don't play me like that. Number two,
you ain't answered neither question though.
Go look because that's a loaded question. That's a loaded question. I'm not about to answer no loaded questions.
I answered the question, and Double J just backed me up.
You didn't answer. So you saying he a better player, averaging 16 points?
No, bro, that ain't what you said.
That ain't what you said.
That ain't what you said, bro. You be saying, man, you be doing this all the time. I think you said if he averaged if he averaged less 3-point makes a game.
What?
Because if he not shooting that many 3-pointers, he gonna be shooting elsewhere. So that no. What you mean? No. What are you talking about?
Let me ask
wait. You know the answer to that, though, based on the numbers that we just said.
Let me ask a question. Is Steph Curry a self-made player?
Of course he is. Because you know what? I've seen his talent firsthand at Ford Field with Davison.
Okay. But here's the deal, though. What was the scouting report by all of the pundits?
Too little.
All people should have been fired.
Okay. So we already knew then. At that time, the Gully pointing out who he is and who he was, right?
He made himself. Because y'all still ain't answered them questions I asked.
I just answered the question, bro.
No, I'm talking about you up top. You
see that you just did it again. TJ loves switching the perspective when he don't like, when he gets something he don't like.
Of course. When he gets something he don't know.
Hold on, let's go there. TJ, you asked us if we thought, both of us, if we thought Steph Curry would be a better player if he shot less 3-pointer per game, would we know who he was?
But
did you ask that question?
No, hang on. Here's the
player.
Would he be a better player if he shot less 3 points per game?
Yeah.
I'm saying yes.
You sound crazy, bro.
All right, now hold on. What was your second question? What was your second question, TJ? What was your second question? Do you even remember?
I forget.
Okay, let me ask you a question. All right, Double J, if you got them numbers up, what was Steph Curry's numbers in 14-15 when they won the title?
Okay, he was still at 2.6 3-point as far as 3-pointers made.
Yep.
His percentage was 51%.
51%. At 2.6 makes per game. How many? So that means how many attempts did he have? How many attempts did he have?
He was averaging 5 per game.
5 attempts, make it 50%, won an NBA title, and who was the league MVP in 14-15?
I think it was him.
Exactly. TJ, I answered your questions.
Get him, Gully. Hey, you speaking for the king, he's speaking for me.
I gotta see that because
you gotta leave.
56%.
Excuse me?
You said he was 56% from 3?
That's what I just said Double J said.
Yeah, his 14-15, his 3 points made was 51.4%.
No. I never seen that.
The next year he did that was 18-19.
And what did they do in that year? They went to the NBA Finals, correct?
Double J, I don't think you're reading the right stuff. You said 50%, bro.
No. So now he not your buddy. Now he not your buddy,
hey,
bro.
This isn't me.
Listen to what he's saying. He didn't shoot 51% from 3, bro.
He did. He just said it.
Man, bro, he looking.
Okay, he's reading something. What are you basing yours on that he didn't?
Man, I ain't never seen nobody shoot a whole.
You basing it because you ain't see it, but he
based it off what he just read. Please, Double J, then please give us his 14-15.
Hang on. You know what? I'll pull it up on the computer and do the share screen.
Yeah, would you do that so he can see it? Because he didn't see it, so therefore it didn't happen. Oh, and by the way, Doc says Steph Curry gonna retire with more rings than LeBron. I'm with you on that, Doc.
Steph shot 51%. Who said that?
Double J just said that.
It's funny, right?
Yeah, I ain't never seen nobody shoot 50.
It's trouble. Listen, bro.
Listen, he gonna say Double J said that. Like, that's my boy.
I don't know. That number got to be a little off.
He don't believe it. He don't believe that he don't believe that I have supported my answer that a more efficient Steph Curry with less three-pointers would still win titles and still be elite and still be a great all-time player.
You said a more efficient. No, you didn't say. You didn't. That one, yo.
How? Okay, so tell me, how does shooting less attempts per game, making more of them a game, not make you more efficient?
Yeah.
Listen. Why? Okay. Why are
they don't understand math, bro. If I just
okay. So tell me this: why is a washing machine high efficiency if it uses less water? Because it uses less water to get the same job done.
All right, keep that right there. Let me see this. 14, 15.
How many attempts per game? First of all, let's do that. Yeah. How many attempts per game? He made 2.6. How many attempts?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. He shot 50% from three with less attempts than he's doing now. With the same amount of attempts or less attempts, as a matter of fact, than Gary Payton from 1999, from the era where everybody's standing around, so on and so forth. Yeah. Won an NBA title and one league MVP.
Bruh, it said he shot 50%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, bro. I ain't never seen that.
Hey, I'm so glad we stayed on for this amount of time. D-Rock, I hope you're still with us. Snowman, I know you might be sleeping right now. Rest up really well. But we finally got DJ on this. We got him. Woo!
I'm as shocked as you guys are too.
I don't know why. Because
no. Because hang on a second. If you look at the numbers further down, which is that previous years, right?
He was not elite. Down. Listen,
what are you saying? He was not elite, bro. Listen, what do you mean he was not elite?
The point is, how was he not elite? He just did. He just proved it right here. You just proved it.
No, that was again a career year, right?
What year?
Again, TJ, don't get the regular field goal percentage confused with the 3-point percentage.
No, because TJ needs to do that because TJ needs to make us wrong about him scoring enough. Because that's right. Because he say I'm okay with Steph Curry being. I think Steph Curry would be great if he only averaged 16 points a game. No, that's his next argument that he was going to try to bail out on.
That's why I said he would become his dad, which is true. I think Dad.
How would he become his dad if he's more efficient from three? He would be shooting elsewhere, bro. In addition, he would be. If he was as healthy, listen. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna make this point. I'm gonna make this opinion. I'm gonna state this opinion. If he remained as healthy as he has been, right? Let's account for all his injuries. If he remained as healthy as he has been, and he shot more efficiently, he would be Kyrie Irving with more titles.
Oh, crickets.
Wait, say that again.
Let's say his career arc is the same. The injuries are the injuries. If he has shot as efficiently as he did in 2014-15 when he won the league MVP, but instead scored elsewhere in the paint and from the mid-range, he would be Kyrie Irving with more titles.
That's not true because look at what he was shooting from there. 50%, 55%, 50%, 50. He has been.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said?
Those numbers ain't adding up.
If he shot more as efficiently as he did in 14,
that wasn't.
I'm telling you, his regular.
That wasn't in my description, bro.
I know it wasn't because he can't win your argument if you don't frame it right.
No, I framed it the way I framed it and asked y'all.
And I beat your framework.
No,
Steph Curry was elite.
You added something to it.
I didn't. I added nothing to it.
Okay, so hold on.
I added nothing to it.
Let me ask this question. How is it the whole moral of it, the crux of it is the guy took less of what everybody is taking more of and was more efficient. That's all the point is. Stop trying to use numbers to create other numbers that other numbers don't matter.
He did it better than everybody else, right? And you said everybody else isn't him.
First of all, Double J.
Other percentages was
Double J.
not elite. Yeah, go ahead.
Did he take less attempts?
Why didn't you?
Did he take less attempts?
Why you ain't say the other 2 years, bro?
Did he take less attempts?
Why you ain't? No, and matter of fact, why you ain't say
What other
last
2 years?
year? Why you ain't say last year?
What other 2 years? Why do I need to say last year?
I'm talking to Double J, man. He know what I'm talking about.
Listen.
Yeah, because see, listen, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Listen, that's
Fat boy got to break up now.
Your argument got a kink in it.
Please put the stats back up.
He needs.
I can read for these weirdos.
Listen, you got to tag your partner in, bro. Listen, this is the mega. Listen, this is the mega powers breaking up. This is Hulk Hogan leaving. This is Hulk Hogan leaving Randy Savage in the ring to go get Miss Elizabeth. This is what it is.
He literally gave y'all 1 year.
No, all I needed to give you was 1 year to disprove what you were trying to say.
What's going on? Okay, now look, the year before that, right?
The year before what?
I'm about to go to the attempts. The year before that, and matter of fact,
no, hold on. The year before what? You gotta be specific. What year? The year before what?
Do you know my original question?
Do you know your original question?
Yeah,
that's my question. Because I don't think you know it at this point.
If Steph Curry shot only 3 shots a game, this
No.
is my original question.
That's not what you.
No, that's not your question. Your question was if he shot
That's
less.
not what you said, man. That's not what you said, man.
That's not what you said.
Stop.
No, I'm understanding what TJ's talking about.
You talking about now? That ain't what he was talking about then. Stop.
No. Rewind the tape, bro. I said if he shot 3 pointers a game, would he be a better player?
No, that ain't what you said. If he shot less.
No,
is
I
what
said
you said.
3.
If he shot less threes per game, would he be a better player?
That's
and
what
I
you said.
No,
that's what you said. If he shot less threes.
Double J added the 6.8.
No, he didn't add nothing. I asked him to look for the numbers.
When you said if he shot less threes.
When you asked your question, you asked about less threes.
And I'm gonna send this in the group chat because I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna screenshot the video and send it to y'all. Cause y'all,
I don't care what you do.
I know what I said, bro.
I don't care what you do.
What did you say? Tell us what you said.
At the end of the day, a guy who takes less attempts but is more efficient on that field goal percentage y'all keep talking about, that's all that matters. We was talking about attempts versus makes.
Hold on. Y'all said more efficient. That if we go to that year, he's not more efficient. He's the same efficient as he was already. But y'all,
who was?
Y'all adding more efficient to help your case. That wasn't my original question.
Okay, listen. Can a
bro,
guy
you
listen?
don't
How
know
is it?
your question,
Okay,
bro.
okay. So listen. How is it that a guy can take less attempts and still shoot 50%?
It's easy. It's you make half of your shots. It don't matter about your attempts if you make half of them. That's 50%.
So your question dealt with Steph Curry being
shooting 3 shots. That's what I started my question.
No, you didn't say 3 shots. You said if he shot less threes. You said if he did this thing less. And I told you in 2014-15, he did it less than he does it now. He was more efficient, and
That's a lie. That's a lie, bro. Last year he shot only 6.7, bro, and shot at 30%.
But
right
you didn't say a
so
year.
In 2014 to 2015,
you didn't say a year. You said
wait a minute.
He X, Y, and Z. You didn't say in such and such year.
You're giving me 1 year though. I'm giving.
But he did it.
Career.
But he did it.
He did it. He was less. He
didn't do it.
He shot him less frequently. He was more efficient, and he shot him less frequently. He was more efficient. He was already a household name, and he won a league MVP doing it the way he did it. That was exactly your question.
That's all it is.
My question it was 3 shot attempts. Okay, that's what my question was.
Your question had nothing to do with shot attempts. Your question had nothing to do with.
If you guys see the screen share right now, you can see. I got Gary Payton, and then I also have Steph.
Double J. Stop putting Gary Payton next to him, man.
No.
I'm gonna tell you something, Barbershop. That's how you know TJ is in trouble. This guy needs to stop putting stats up.
Oh, TJ, who do you want me to put next to him? I only use 99.
No. We had Gary Payton. Leave Gary Payton right where Gary Payton is at.
Why? That helps. That has nothing to do with me. Like I'm talking about
percentage right here.
I said,
it don't have nothing to do. You said, say it again, TJ. What did you say?
That was a career year for him.
Would Steph Curry be a better player if he shot less threes? That was your question. Do you remember now that was your question?
Double J, why you keep moving it? Look at all the other years he shot less threes, bro. Stop doing it, bro. Go back.
This one?
Go back. Look.
This is hilarious, bro. This is hilarious.
Unbelievable, man.
Bro.
Okay, so what are you saying?
His attempt was only 3 a game, bro. He shot 44%.
His attempts were 3 a game?
Were 3 a game.
Whoa. 3-point attempts. Free throw attempts. 3-point makes. 3-point percentage. 3-point attempts. Where's the average for attempts?
Right here. Well, wait.
Those are 3 points made.
And then there's the percentage though. Which will tell you.
Right.
Attempted,
so the percentage,
made.
You see the percentage, and you see the made. You know when he shot. If that say 2, that means he shot 6. All right. His average now go.
No. He shot 380 of them that year.
Yep. So 380 divided by
2.1
equals how many attempts? How many makes?
Let's see. Well, if he made 43% of 380, there you go.
Yep.
And that's 2. Look, that's 2, bro. It's 3 points made 2, man, per game, bro. And look at that.
And what year is this?
Now go to his score, and he ain't do nothing, bro. He ain't do nothing at all. The last 3s y'all want. That's what I'm saying to you.
Did he ever have?
He made 163 that year.
What year?
Of 09-10.
Did he?
Why are we moving the goalpost?
No, we not. It's still Steph Curry. What we moving?
Yeah, same thing.
You asked us if he was elite. You asked if he was elite, and I gave you his MVP. I gave you his NBA title, MVP winning season, where he was elite, and his 3-point attempts made. That's exactly what you asked for.
No, that's not what I asked for.
Yes, that's what you. Oh man. Okay, yeah, we about to go, man. Because folks are tired, man. That's not. Yeah, I want you to play this back. I definitely want you to play this back. Definitely.
Yeah, listen, y'all gonna see the original question. I want to apologize.
Okay, listen. Regardless of the year, did he ever do it? Was there ever a time?
Is there anyone we want to compare him to?
No, we don't want to compare him. No. Why do we need to compare him?
The comparison is irrelevant.
No, well, because you guys may be trying to make a point here that maybe Gary Payton is not the best.
I never made a point about Gary Payton. You brought up Gary Payton.
Said anything about Gary.
Listen.
Who brought up Gary Payton?
I did, because it was 99 to 2000, so 22 years ago. I wanted to give you an example of how the game has changed.
In our era, right? You gave us our era's guy. You gave us an example of a guy from our era compared to Steph Curry.
Now, here's the thing. It just so happened the reason why it was Gary Payton, because that's who made the most that season. He made more than Ray Allen did.
Ray Allen was not Ray Allen. See, that's what's so misleading about all this analytical. And I emphasize
I told you that.
Ray Allen was not a 3-point shooter until like the mid to latter portions of his career. He was not a 3-point shooter. Ray Allen was a 5-2 guy. Ray Allen was a slasher, a dunker, a 3-point shooter, a mid-range guy, free throw percentage. Go look at Ray Allen's head.
He and Kobe Bryant had a very similar style game.
They had a balance. Thank you. They touched off all the boxes in
Man,
regards
Kobe couldn't shoot the 3 like that. Get up out of here.
No, okay, yeah, you know what, TJ, you might be right. I think you're right. Kobe couldn't shoot it like he did, but they played the game a similar way. They attacked everywhere. He had a back to the basket. He had a slasher score. He didn't live at the 3-point line. He didn't do that till he and Rashard Lewis got together in Seattle.
So then,
what I'm saying is, Ray Allen had a more diverse. Ray Allen's offensive game was far more diverse than it was in the latter portions of his career.
When he got to Boston and Miami, he was a 3-point guy.
First of all, that's everybody's career.
No, because in Boston they didn't need him to be what he was in other places.
That's Jordan's career too. Like once he got older, he started relying on other stuff. So what are y'all saying?
What do you mean? Once he got older, he was a mid-range shooter. He never shot the 3-point ball well. Remember, that's your argument again.
3-point. I'm talking about he
became a jump shooter. Yeah, he was more of a jump shooter than he was a dunker. Right, for sure. But he was a shooter. Yeah, his last three titles with the Bulls.
Every great player seem to go that route, like when they get older.
We're talking about Ray Allen becoming more of a 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
not more balanced. Ray Allen started off being more balanced than he did become specific.
Wait a minute.
Ray Allen was a far more balanced player the earlier portions of his career than he was when he started shooting 3-pointers.
Hang on a second. Look at these numbers.
The numbers don't support your argument. Sorry.
I don't care about the numbers.
Wait a minute. The numbers don't support what? You tell me how many times you found Ray Allen dunking on somebody from in a Celtics uniform. Show me how many highlights. Show me a highlight reel of Ray Allen in a Celtic or
excuse me,
or
that's why, because look at right here.
He shot way better from 3 in
injury.
Like 7 years in his early career.
Injury.
Okay, how many attempts?
Where? For which?
You talking about
see, look, it already show you, bro.
Right
the attempts went up, but he shot better earlier in his career.
Because he would.
Because how many attempts? Barbershop. What are we talking about here?
8.4 in 05-06. That's crazy.
Okay, so when you go look at it, look at him as a Celtic and as a member of the Miami Heat. How many 3-point attempts did he have?
4.2. It says
4.2, 5.1. So he was 4.2, 5.0, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so how many 3-point attempts did he have?
Your argument is a lie. I'm sorry, bro. I'm looking.
How is it a lie? We looking right at the numbers to show you he did. Listen, in Miami, the reason why they were low, look at his minutes per game.
I don't care what y'all talking about.
Look at his minutes per game.
He don't care what we talking about. He sound like Otis. He sound like Otis on.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Because we just said, first of all,
we talk about minutes, man.
Okay, because how else do you explain? Okay, so he was 4.2 attempts per game in Miami his last 2 years in Miami. When he was a starter, he had more minutes. 5.1, 4.7, 5.0, 6.2, 6.2, 8.1 in Seattle, 8.4 in Seattle, 7.1 in Seattle, 6.8.
Yeah.
So all right, so go up to his rookie year, please.
No, we gotta keep going up.
Okay.
Scroll up to his rookie year.
That's a rookie.
There we go.
All right. Done. So what draft class was he in with Kobe Bryant?
I'm out, man.
Yeah. 96, 97.
96, 97. So how many 3-point attempts did he have in them first 3 years? Because what did we say? Barbershop, what did we say? He and Kobe Bryant had a similar style game.
Barbershop, stand on your own 2 feet.
I'm standing on my own 2 feet. Ray Allen was a
I said Kobe Bryant and Ray Allen had a similar style game. You said Kobe Bryant was a much worse 3-point shooter. And I said, yeah. All right, I said I would agree with that, but their game was similar. You see, he gotta leave.
Yeah, he do gotta leave.
He gotta leave.
Yeah, we gotta leave too, man. We gonna get on up out of here, man. Man, I was so glad. You know what? From now on, man, I'm just gonna pick one topic. That's it, man.
Please, let's look at them. Before you leave, TJ, let's look at this.
Here we go.
Let's start 96, 97. How many 3-point attempts per game?
He walking through.
Much worse. Much fewer. So that supports your argument, TJ, that Kobe Bryant was a much worse 3-point shooter. Kobe Bryant was a much worse 3-point shooter. That's what you said. And I did not disagree with that. I said, and Barbershop said, their style of game, the way they played the game offensively was similar. They attacked everywhere. There were slashers, there were scorers. Kobe Bryant was not a great shooter.
3-point shooter, bro.
Nah, but wait a minute.
Say again, TJ.
Attempted, though.
Say again.
What?
Look at the field goal attempts from Kobe. Again, substantially higher than Ray Allen.
So I mean, he shot everywhere.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Substantially higher? Are they?
Okay,
Come on, let's do it. Flip it back. Flip it back. Go ahead. Flip it back.
Let me say it this way. Let me say it this way. We're gonna show this last comment.
20s.
Listen, let me say it like this.
27. Come on.
Okay. So, all right, and then go back to Ray Allen, please.
That's 10 more attempts.
Let's go back to Ray Allen.
Yep.
D-Runk said, "Fire show, fellas. Salute." Yep, salute D-Runk. I know, man. We getting ready to get out of here too, man. Yeah, we getting ready to get out of here too.
So he shot the ball more frequently from 2.
Who did?
Than Ray Allen did. Is that what you're saying?
Correct, because again, going back
to
TJ's
if he's shooting the ball more frequently from 2, how many attempts per game did he shoot? How many 3-point attempts did Kobe Bryant shoot in that same period? You talk about that beginning of his career when Ray Allen was a Buck and Kobe Bryant was a Laker, of course.
But here's the thing though, when you go back to look at Ray Allen,
he shot more. He shot. Yep.
So when you go back to look at Ray Allen, let's show me Ray Allen's field goal percentage.
Argument though?
Your argument, we said that they played a similar style game. Ray Allen was a better shooter from 3 for sure. But he played the ball. He played the game offensively differently, much differently than he did in Seattle, in Boston, and in Miami.
Kobe Bryant and Ray Allen utilized more area of the floor than today BA players.
Yeah.
You play their same style.
Ray Allen specifically in Milwaukee and Seattle. Well, in Milwaukee, by the time Seattle came, his game changed, which is why he shot much more 3-pointers in the latter half of his career. Again, TJ, what are we saying?
Now hurry up.
Yeah, he ain't saying that, man. We can ready to get out of here.
No. What I'm pointing out is you guys were suggesting if Steph Curry took less 3-point attempts, and therefore implying
is there evidence that no. Is there evidence that Steph Curry had a year? If that's all it takes is one. A year where he took less 3-point attempts and was efficient from a percentage standpoint.
That's not my question, bro. Why you keep going back to that?
I'm asking you. In other words,
my question though.
No. What I'm saying to
you, because there was a reason why I made sure to. There's a reason why I looked exactly at 14-15 because I strongly believe, Double J, you could back me up on this because you've been fairly neutral about this. Did his question also apply that Steph Curry subject to his greatness?
Yeah, that's what he said, man.
Of course.
That's what he said.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out name a league MVP that wasn't great.
Steve Nash.
What?
He wasn't a great point guard.
No, that should have been Kobe's.
Okay, it should have been Kobe's. I agree. Was Steve Nash in his own right a great point guard?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Was Dirk Nowitzki in his own right a great power forward?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was.
One of the best.
Okay, so was Steph Curry in his own right a great point guard when he won the league MVP in the year that they won a title?
That year he did clearly, as we just displayed, those numbers were absurd from 3. That's
okay, but here's the deal.
But he was more efficient. He shot the ball less from 3 than you guys than he typically does.
That's been my whole argument.
It's about efficiency, but Jay, that's the whole league standpoint.
No. What I'm saying to you is what I'm saying to you. No, what I'm saying to you is
you guys are saying
evidence.
Analytics.
No, what I'm saying to you is a guy don't have to always listen. You can shoot less and still get your numbers. That's been my point all along. You ain't got to take 100 to get whatever numbers you got to get.
Hang on a second. That's not what we've proven from these. We have not proven anything about attempts with getting because we.
How do you
have look at that with Steph? He was averaging 16 points, and we agreed that wasn't elite.
On the podcast, I said, with Steph.
But did he win MVP? Did he win MVP?
Not that year.
Okay. In 14-15.
He did win MVP. He was the first back-to-back MVP winner. Because he won it in 14-15. And no, I'm sorry, he was the first unanimous. He was the first unanimous league MVP. And that was at 15-16 when they lost the 3-1 lead. But he had won the MVP. He was two-time MVP.
You're seeing his averages right here when he won it.
6.8 when he was.
And then what you guys were suggesting was when he was down here, which was around these.
He definitely did that. But my point is,
when we replay this, Barbershop, you got to let me. I gotta see
There's no question. I'm gonna let you. It's no question. It's no question.
And this is why Barbershop, you got to utilize the flag on the podcast because this moment here.
And that's my fault. I didn't even have it enabled.
Come on.
I didn't even have it.
You got to utilize the flag.
Now I'm upset.
I didn't even have it on the podcast.
I know you didn't. I know you didn't. I know you didn't. I knew you didn't. And I was like, "Yep, this is now you know." Because when we find this, and we go digging for this, and we bring this up next on next show.
You know how hard it is to pull these up and live. Real
no,
time?
we've been at it. We've been on this for about an hour. I've been watching this. This moment was miraculous. He asked the question that I answered, and then he turned into Skeletor and ran off the set.
Exactly.
Can I ask you a question, man?
No more questions from you. No,
because bro, because you ain't gonna like the answer.
No more questions. No more questions.
You can't answer them.
Because you can't handle the truth.
Do you want answers?
Yeah. You can't handle the truth.
I think I'm entitled to. Do you want answers?
Absolutely not. Okay, Double J, take us off the screen. Look, once again, I want to shout out to everybody that stayed with us. We had no idea. Listen. Anybody and everybody. Let me say this right quick before we get out of here. All my fellas out there, especially Snowman and everybody that weighed in. Hey, could you settle down? Raise your hand. Oh my gosh. To all my fellas out there, that every fella I know goes to a barbershop somewhere in their community.
I gotta go.
And the barbershop is the cornerstone of the community.
Yeah.
It is the common man's country club. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? So at the end of the day, man, y'all already know how it go down, man. This is why we did what we did today and why we do what we do constantly. I ain't trying to rhyme. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to be Ye or Kanye or whatever you call it now. At the end of the day, all I'm saying to you is good conversations are supposed to be this way. And that's what you find at every barbershop. You get what I'm trying to tell you? And I hope y'all enjoyed this one today. And on that note, it's been fun, but we got to run. Oh, excuse me. I'll leave you without a quote. Did I say that right? Yeah, it's been fun, but we got to run. Don't forget to check us out every Wednesday at 9 now on the PM side right here on the yard. Man, I'm telling you, I just got to say again, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody here that weighed in on this one, man. This was a good one, man. This is worth it. I mean, it was to me, even though I got to go to work in the morning. Dag nabbit. That's an old folks saying. But anyway, or y'all can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the shop's fan page, and of course, YouTube. And make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, the little bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Yeah, we'd be much obliged. And if that don't work, y'all can Google it. For my mans, TJ, Double J, Brother Rich, D Gully, D Runk, D Abdul, and Mrs. Megan Alva, and anybody else that weighed in that I can't think of right now, because y'all know, like the transmission on the 68 Buick, y'all know the rest. The mine do be slipping. I want to say thank you. I listen, man, we appreciate y'all's support. I really, really appreciate y'all's support. It's been a long time, even though we do this every week, it's been a long time, man, since I was fired up. I'm sweating under the armpits. Too much information, my bad. Anyway, and all those who follow and support us, we say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay, and you've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. Holla!